Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boy Jack here at the Irish Hotspur, here to deliver you that watch along. And it is the final watch along before we enter this World Cup. And Spurs are definitely praying for 3 points today, everybody. We've gone through a lot. We've gone through some thick and thin recently, starting to get some players back from injury. I think we're starting to look like a much stronger squad. Time for the boys and time for Antonio Conte to give us those 3 points so we don't have to carry so much pressure into this World Cup break. But everybody, let me know what you think of this lineup. Let me know what you think what Antonio Conte has gone with so far. Do smash that like button if you enjoy these watch alongs and all that sort of good stuff, everybody. But here are my thoughts going into it. We have Hugo Lloris in goals instead of Fraser Forster. I actually thought Fraser Forster was actually quite good in the last game, maybe considering Hugo's already going to the World Cup and all that, and he's not even carrying very good Spurs form. I don't know. You could have given Forster the nod if you really are a big Forster fan. Eric Dyer is coming in for Sanchez at right-sided center back. That was an absolute must. Longley returns to the middle with Ben Davies returning to left-sided center back. I think that is for the time being our best sort of back three, and it's not good, it's not great by no means, but it is, I think, the best that we have to choose from. Emerson returning in as wing back. Seems like Antonio Conte just goes with whichever one he wakes up with, whichever one he seems to have a good feeling about, he'll go for. The likes of Doherty didn't really impress too much, so he's decided to go with Emerson this time, and I reckon maybe Emerson could have an okay performance. Then he goes with Emerson again. And then Emerson, underperforms. And then Doherty comes back in. It's just this sort of cycle of just interchanging Emerson and Doherty has gone, I think, a bit repetitive and is definitely sort of angering certain Spurs fans, I think, as well. Kind of wish Antonio Conte had gone with maybe some with Spence as the starter here, then threw on a Doherty or an Emerson later. I just feel like he should keep the rotation between Spence and then one of the other wingbacks. It shouldn't be this constant rotation between Emerson and Doherty. He's gone with the stronger midfield today. He's gone with Højbjerg and Bentancur back to the original 3-4-3 combination. Basuma, I thought, was carrying some really good form. Of course, it wasn't really in the 3-4-3. It was in the 3-5-2, but I'd like to see him still be given some minutes. I thought he really was starting to grow into himself and starting to look more like that Brighton midfielder that we had seen before. Perisic goes into left wing back. He has played a lot of games in a row now, but recently, of course, more up top and more kind of as a striker. But this time is going to be a bit different, where he's going to be playing as a left wing back, whereas the likes of Sessegnon is going to be dropped to the bench. Apparently, Sessegnon pulled up some sort of hamstring injury of some kind and kind of sort of looking like kind of the old Sessegnon with that sort of injury. And it's a bit of a worry sign because these were the sort of things that he was supposed to kind of push out of his game, these sort of kind of I don't know, reoccurring injuries, but maybe I'm just being too harsh on the kid. Let me know. Richarlison coming in as left wing, definitely exciting there with Harry Kane up top and Dejan Kulusevski as the right wing. Kulusevski, much needed. Glad to have him back, absolutely. Harry Kane up top has looked a bit knackered, has looked a bit tired, perhaps. Harry Kane, if he gets his goals, if we get ahead in this game, he'll take him off, move Richarlison through the middle, maybe put on a Brian Hill if he saw an opportunity to rest Kane. The likes of Leeds, not really too many surprises here, except for the fact that Jack Harrison, I think, is out. So he probably would have started in this game, maybe where Ganonto is. I think Ganonto is that really, really tiny sort of winger who is quite fun. He actually did do a pretty good job, I think in the most recent games. We're going to bring Dave in here in just a sec. Mark Roca with Tyler Adams in the midfield. I actually think those two have been brilliant this season alongside Aronson. And then it is, I think, their usual sort of back four, which is basically just four center backs plugged across the whole back line. I think they're okay defensively, some of them, but on the ball they're not great. And I think they're a bit of a clown show at times. Some of those kind of Leeds defenders, I think, especially Robin Koch, I think is actually not that great. If you ask me, I think it's definitely someone that Harry Kane and Richie could take advantage of. We're going to bring Dave in here in just a second, everybody. But some people are a bit maybe upset with not seeing Hill or Spence. I absolutely understand that. I think, like I said before, maybe we could have gone with some sort of rotation of Emerson and sort of Spence, or Doherty and Spence, however you like it, however, whichever one suits you best, because it's getting a bit repetitive. It's getting a bit kind of dull now, kind of going, back and forth between Doherty and Emerson. I don't really think it teaches us very much, or, it doesn't really, show very much. I'd rather it just be a different sort of kind of combination. Dark Sun G with a super chat here saying, wow, the Bees outplayed City just now. Laughed my ass off. Let's win this. Absolutely right, Dark Sun G. And we're going to bring Dave in here in about 2 seconds. Here he is. Davo, live in front of the Harris Army. And
Jack,
also, I'm pretty sure you heard about that Brentford result. It was quite hilarious. I actually was watching it as I was setting up this watch along. I got a bit distracted even. It was hilarious to see
uh,
the last minute winner as well.
I was absolutely buzzing. Look, it just means if we can win today, it claws us back to maybe more towards City than it does the teams behind us. But I'll err with the side of caution that results have gone our way in previous weeks. We have not took the opportunity.
Mm,
So it is a big opportunity for us today to go and win to claw ourselves back towards the top. But we'll wait and see. But Jack, I'm excited about the lineup. I'm going to start with my concerns first, and then I'll actually get into the positivities. For once, I'll flip it. My concerns are: you look at Somerville, Arneson, uh, what's his name, Godotto.
hmm
Now, I'm happy that Langley's in the middle because when Langley's in the middle of that back line, the ball tends to move a lot quicker left
hmm
or right or into the midfield. So I'm happy. But, sorry, Somerville as well, Jacko. When it goes out to Darren Davies, I presume they'll be instructed to press, 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 press. That's where my concern comes in. Can they get their touch and pass away quick enough? Because
Yeah.
they've got some pretty quick players who absolutely love pressing, especially your fellow American Jack Arneson. I'm
Uh-huh.
actually impressed with him. He loves pressing. He'll run, harry,
Yeah.
harass
Yeah.
all day till he gets that ball back. And when he gets it back,
He could cause Hugo some problems even.
it does lead to a chance. So for me, I am concerned about the Leeds
Mm.
press with the players that got out wide and in the middle to press our backline. But I think the huge positive today, Jacko, is the fact that we've moved to a 3-4-3. Look, I never wanted to go to a 3-5-2 in the first place. I never thought it would work. It's automatically, I said this at the time, even though fans were calling for it, it's more defensive because you're effectively
Mm.
taking out a creative player and attacking player from the forward line and
hmm
putting in a holding midfielder. But I also understand that we've had to revert to it because of injuries in our forward line. But the fact that we've got Kane up top, Kulu on the right, Richarlison on the left. Now, it's a big game for Richarlison today because he's a guy that hasn't impressed. For me, he's an out-and-out striker. Get the ball in behind, put the ball in the box, let him do his business.
Yeah.
I want him to prove me wrong today because, Jack, his first touch has been shit. His
Mm.
passing has been shit. He's got a huge game today. But what I will say is there's goals for him today if he can get himself into the
Yeah.
box because Kudu down that right side
And in
will
behind.
create his chances. 83 seconds when he came on against Liverpool, he put Kane in for a finish. So I do think we hopefully
And if he
will
stays
see
on side, he could get in behind, I think, a lot in this
which
defense too.
Richarlison, yeah, if he stays on side, that's another thing, Jack, that I was actually explaining to you after game the other day why I get so annoyed with it because I used to be like that. Used to always be off the offside, too eager to get in behind. He just needs to curb that a little and just make sure he
Yeah.
stays on side. But with Kulu in the team, Jack, we are absolutely creating chances today. Hopefully, we'll see us go forward a lot more. And look, I think there's going to be goals today. It's going to be an exciting game, and hopefully,
Good to
most of them
hear.
goals go our way.
Absolutely right. Big up Dark Sunji, and it's good to see that the bees getting smacked there. He also says Somerville starts as expected. Need
Mm.
to be caution with that guy. Yeah, I think he's in some really good form right now. Dark Sunji, he's looked like one of the better wingers for them. Like I said before, though, Luis Sinistera, I think is another huge miss for them. Jack Harrison is a huge miss for them. So it is nice that they don't have this sort of plethora of wingers that they
Mm.
usually have to choose from. Like I said before, too, Dark Sunji, I think if any strength Leeds have, they do have a bit of depth in that sort of area. They have a lot of different guys they can go for. I kind of like some of the players they have to choose from. Somerville has shown up in kind of recently. He's shown up big in kind of towards the end of games. He's been given the number 10 as well, Dark Sun G, which definitely speaks to the confidence that they have in that kid. So definitely somebody to look out for. Let's say hello to some people in the Harris Army here. We got Mark in the house. Good to see you, Mark. George Hill. Afternoon, lads. I couldn't make the pump up. Long week between work and Spurs, and I needed to
Mm.
catch up on sleep. Excited for the break. I'll be free from the idiots for a bit, and I'd say it's deserved. Huge game today. Disappointed to see Emerson starting, but delighted to see Kulisexy back and Richarlison in a more natural position. Let's back our boys. Stomp out Ted Lasso
Mm.
and his merry Yanks. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely love it, Georgie. In the great words of KPV, let's smash those bloody Yanks today.
Oh, that made me giggle something fierce yesterday.
Everybody was in tears.
We've got Shawnee there as well. Jacko just arrived.
Okay, I'll bring Shawnee in. Thank you, Dave. Ribsy85. I'm sick of going into these games nervous. We should be absolutely throttling teams like this. Completely agree there, Ribsy. And what would you say to Ribsy then, Davo? I mean, this is a game I think where probably two terrible defenses kind of going at each other. Should Spurs perhaps be a bit more or maybe not throw so much caution to the wind, or whatever the phrase is. You know what I'm trying to say, Dave. Should they be a bit more adventurous? Should they be a bit more ambitious, considering that Leeds back line is atrocious?
Look, for me, Jack, I think we would be if we could progress the ball and be more consistent on the football. The problem
Right.
is we're not. We give the ball away, which then ultimately ends up to you sitting back, defending, blah, 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 blah. For me, I do think when the ball goes into the forward areas, I think we have a better chance now of holding it up with Kulu up there as well, because I think we've definitely missed that. At times, we're constantly looking to Kane, and it's readable as a centre half. All you've got to do, as soon as you see them pulling that peg, straight up Kane's arse, bowl him over, try and take the ball off him. But now we've got Kulu as another option to be able to do that. So I do think hopefully we'll be able to get the ball to stick up in them forward areas when we get it there a lot more than maybe what we have done in previous weeks, which I do think can give us a good push today going forward. I just want to say to everybody out there before we let Shawnee in, a massive thank you for your, I'll probably say it after as well, but a massive thank you for your support all summer long and all the way through this season up until now. It is our final game to Boxing Day. Do not worry, we will still have plenty of content coming out. But look, let's sit back, hopefully enjoy it today and get the result that we deserve for the shit we've been through last week.
Yeah, definitely. Shawnee, good to see you, my man. How are we?
One second. No, he's just throwing on his headphones.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Well,
Hey, Shawnee, how are we?
Oh, I'm good. How you guys doing?
I'm
not
excited
sure
today.
I'm not sure if you saw the Brentford result here, but the bottom Duda is welcoming you in here, Sean, and he says hashtag Pep out.
Well, fair play to Bottom Duta. I think he's having a jab at reactionary fans. But I'm not cop out. I'm not Conte out. I'm Conte. Play better football, bro. We're capable. But yeah, I'm excited today. I think today's going to be an absolute. I hope it's going to be a really exciting game. If I can,
the pressure is on the bald fraud, to bottom dude. A fraudiola, it's being sung around again. Who's to know? He basically has an entire nation's GDP to work with, and he still isn't able to get the consistent results. Still not at the top of the league. Will they start asking questions to bottom dude, like they have of Antonio Conte? We will find out. That is my best impersonation, maybe of a certain.
Sorry, actually, Jack. Quickly, can I interrupt? There's an older lady called Ellie who watches in, and she messaged me on Twitter there this morning. Her and her husband are actually getting married today. So a big congratulations to them. Hopefully you have a great day. And regardless of result, do not let Tottenham ruin your day.
Absolutely not. Don't even honestly turn on Tottenham on the wedding day. I would say absolutely enjoy it and enjoy the rest of your wedded lives. Beautiful. Well said, Dave. Love that. But yeah, Pep out, get him out. I'm tired of it, Dark. I'm tired of it, to bottom dude. Get him out, my man. Darks and G, as well as saying Somerville, 2 late winners recently versus Liverpool and Bournemouth. Sean, do you have any kind of strong opinions on Crescencio Somerville, apart from his name being very fun to say?
He's a good player. He's a really good player. I also like the guy who sounds like a Italian pasta dish. Nonto or something. Sounds like I'll have a spaghetti ganonto, please, if that's okay. They're both. But Somerville's turning into a real, really exciting player, interesting player for them. I think they'd be really. I said this on the We Are Tottenham TV show a few minutes ago, Jack. I think that them going forward, their front four, Aronson, Nonto, Somerville, and Rodrigo are all major threats against our vulnerable defense. But if you flip it and focus on their defense, they look shaky as hell as well. I think this game has got goals written all over it. I think, I said 3-2, Dave said 4-3. I think Dave said 4-4, didn't you? Oh no, you went 4-3 in the end, Dave, right? And then Brian was saying 3-3 We all think there's going to be major goals, which means it's a cast iron 0-0, no scorer. But I think it should be a really interesting game. I don't want to see Tottenham sit back unnecessarily. If we push out and we get caught, so be it. Hopefully that won't happen, but I just want to see it. And the only part of the team that I have a little bit of a slight issue with, for me, was I don't think Emerson is the right choice.
Yeah.
I think that Matt Doherty was the right choice to play alongside Kulusevski and get that chemistry and relationship back. But apart from that, it's about standard, isn't it?
He's so good, Kulusevski. He gets the best out of both of them, is my argument.
Yeah.
I think he gets the best out of Emerson, and he probably gets the best out of Doherty. He gets the best out of both.
I want to touch on one thing that Shawnee said there, and I said this on my Tom TV. I said this earlier as well. For me, I want us to have a real good look at the game and distinguish whether it's us giving the ball away, which means in turn then we end up being more defensively as a result of it, or whether we actually just sit in for 45 minutes and then go out of the second half. Because I think there's an absolute big difference between just sitting in and containing and trying to play, but giving the ball away and ultimately being more defensive as a result of it. So that's exactly what I'll be looking for today when I look at that game, especially that first half, because we haven't scored in 45 minutes, being 2-0 down in our last, I think, 4 or 5 domestic games going in at halftime. It's just not a good place to be. So that's what I'm going to look for. I want my question answered today. Is it we sit back because we're giving the ball away and it's a natural progression from that, or is it an absolute tactic from the off, like many are saying? I think when I look at it today, hopefully I'll get my answer.
Yeah, I know what you mean there. And it's another thing to be, happy about and excited about here, everybody, is we have 2 players back from injury that are starting today, the likes of Richie and Kulusevski. I must be honest, like a huge blessing. We were watching Kane and Perisic have to somehow make something work for, multiple games on end. And it was getting a bit kind of, whatever words you want to use for boring. Big up, though, Dark Sun G. Adrian Chia saying, big up, lads, working on the scripts as we speak. Big up, Adrian. Let me know. I'm seeing a script of a basketball game. Knowing Ted Lasso, he's going to try to turn this into another sport today. He's going to make it, end to end. I could see this being maybe one of the more exciting games, actually, of this season, just because I feel like Leeds under Bielsa, even under Jesse Marsh, they sort of bring excitement into the games. Just they make the other team kind of play, I would say, draw them out a bit more. They just make them look a bit more kind of hectic. If they could even find themselves 3-0 down, no matter what, they will kind of bring the game to you, is kind of what some people, credit Leeds to. So let me know what you think of those scripts, Adrian Chia. Is that yours, or maybe you have a different one? Big up, my man. Jory in the house as well. He's saying hashtag beer in, hashtag worries out. Absolutely love it, Jory. For me, I had a few beers last night. Wasn't really, thinking I could get away with having one too early, especially while the missus is, also enjoying a coffee. It just feels like, it's all wrong. So I'm just going to have to wait. Just stick to the water today, Jory. But for me, please have a few IPAs on my behalf, my man. You absolute legend.
What is the choice of beer, though, Jerry? You can't just go beers in and tease people like that without getting the name of the beer in.
He's going to be going on something like, I don't know, like something Scandinavian, isn't he? Like,
I had an Icelandic beer.
Lager man? Is he a spirit man? I mean, what do we think Jerry is?
Jory, I've had an Icelandic beer
Icelandic,
once.
Isn't he?
Yeah, I've had an Icelandic beer. It was, it had like a wolf on it or something. It had like a wolf.
It's called Gull? Oh, Einstock.
Einstock, yeah, it was Einstock, exactly. I've had an Einstock before, Joracle. Let me know what you think of the Einstock, a winter ale, my man. Big up, Joracle. But everybody, some people are going 3-1. That's been the common scoreline today. I've gone 3-2 today, lads. That's kind of my score
I went 3-2 as well. Yeah,
okay.
I've gone 4-3 to Tottenham. I'm going big. But everybody, get your score predictions in. Let's see where people are at today.
How about this for some value bet, right? You can get 18-1 right now on Leeds to be winning at halftime, Tottenham to be winning at full time. That, nothing else. No other.
Is it 8-1?
18-1. 18-1 versus the price. Yeah, but the price for Tottenham to win 3-2 is 14-1. So it's more like that's a very difficult score to predict.
Do you know why they're giving you the 18-1? Because they know today is going to buck the trend of previous games.
Well, listen, I'm okay putting a fiver on 18-1 if it doesn't happen. If Tottenham go in half time up, I'll be more than happy to wipe that £5 away. Don't forget about it.
Debato Duda saying, we'll miss Sonny's pace and transition, but with a front three, I am positive we'll see more chances being created.
Yeah.
Lads, Sonny is so deadly against teams like Leeds, teams with, high back lines, especially the likes of Liverpool. He would have been so helpful for us, but unfortunately, we just didn't have him, to choose. So how do you think we can do it this time around? Is Richie potentially a good sort of alternative to what sort of Sonny can provide with that threat in behind? I mean, Sonny scored a spectacular goal from that Harry Kane pass over the top last time we played them. He is such a good weapon against teams like this, Sonny. So anybody have thoughts on that with how he'll be missed today?
I'll go quickly if you don't mind, Dave. Just real quick. You know how I feel about Richarlison. Doesn't work on the right. We've only seen him a couple of times on the left. I'm intrigued to see if he can, because I think he's more right-footed, so I'm intrigued to see if he can do a bit more on the left-hand side. But for me, what he provides, all he needs to do is just figure out his first touch, figure out his second touch, and figure out not to overcomplicate things. I don't know whether he's going to have one eye on the World Cup. He's a player that I'm a little bit worried about. So I'm not looking for too much from him today. I'm looking for a solid performance. I don't expect him to do wonders because I do think he's got 100%. He's got one eye on what happens next week. It means so much to him. I personally probably would have left him on the bench if I'm entirely honest and played someone that wasn't going like Lucas Moura or Brian Hill. Now that's going to be a controversial take, but I just think he's someone that cares so much. All those South Americans, they care so much that I just feel like maybe they're not going to put themselves out there. So we'll see.
It's not
just for me, while I'm actually speaking, if we want to take it in rotations to go and get a beer or whatever you need to do before the game starts, let's also get that done as well. So Jack, Sean, who wants to go first?
Johnny, you go, because I got to get the timer, set up and everything. Yeah.
Look, Jack, for me, although Sonny hasn't been at the levels he's been at this season, he has still made some good runs in behind and had opportunities that maybe he didn't take. I remember a couple against Newcastle earlier on. So he has had them chances. Look, I think not having Sonny in your team is always a huge miss. It's always a huge loss. I don't buy into this that he needs to be dropped, blah, 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 blah. I've stated this before. A world-class player, you constantly play through his bad form because he can kick into life at any minute rather than a player who maybe isn't world-class. You've got to manage dipping them in, dipping them out to be able to get the right amount out of them. But I've no doubt someone come back from the World Cup and hit the ground running, and just like Kane did in the second half of last season, and take Tottenham to new heights. So, look, it's a huge loss. I think Sonny's always a huge loss for me, Jacko.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at Leeds' bench here, everybody. That a lot of those players we mentioned are actually truly out, except for Joe Gelhardt is the only one that seems to be on the bench. So they do not have a lot of attacking options. Actually, Leeds normally they do. So it is a big benefit for us, or a huge blessing for us. Joracle saying it's an Italian revolution. Peroni all day. Pick up Jory. Liking it. Back in Antonio Conte with the Peronis. Good man.
Pizza or pasta for dinner.
He's gone Peroni, Dave. He seems to be a Peroni instead of a Moretti man.
I'll be honest, I don't know what Peroni tastes like. I don't drink it all anymore whatsoever. I used to drink when I was younger. Don't drink it all, whatever now. But
Peroni's tasty. Peroni's more accessible, I would say, in the States here, Jory, than the likes of the Moretti. The Moretti is harder to find. It's a I would say tougher to snag than the Peronis. So
you've got to follow that up though with either pizza or pasta for dinner for sure.
Absolutely. Lazy 8 in the house, and we'll hopefully be able to speak to him at halftime and full time. And he says 4-2 to the good guys. 4-2, 6 goals in this one. I've gone 3-2. That's just one more goal for Spurs there, Nick, which means a bit more breathing room. I'll definitely take that because I know 3-2. I'll still be biting my nails off. So nice to see that that's on the cards there. But big up, Nick, and everybody get ready for him to come on at halftime and full time for him to have his say as well. Good to see you, Old Soul. He's saying here with fish pie and chips. We always know Old Soul is eating well, Dave.
Like a king. Always eats well. Honestly, Old Soul, I need to move in with you, to be honest. Ask the missus, can she have me in there too? Because I just get jealous.
Pick up, Old Soul. Good to see you, Welsh gal. Good to see you, Shikari Shock. I didn't get a chance to take a look at Spurs' bench there. Let's put Ted Lasso.
Yeah, we've got
says King Hoddle. Absolutely love it.
On the bench, Fraser, Forrester, Tanganga, Spence. Pretty sure Doherty was there. Gill, Basuma. We've got a much stronger bench than what Leeds does.
Okay, good to see Spence is on it at least. Maybe there's a chance for him to come in.
I could be wrong. I think I did see Spence on it though. I'm trying to
Chris
remember.
Agenbar, good to see you, Chris. Cool beer o'clock. Got my Peroni. Cheers, everyone.
Enjoy. Everybody get the beers out of the fridge. It's the last it's the last game before the Christmas holidays start kicking in. Thanksgiving, Christmas holidays. So let's try to enjoy it, and hopefully Tottenham allow us to enjoy it as we progress through the day. Just get on with this game. Come on now. Oh, they're doing the puppy. Okay. They're running late. Oh, I can't wait for this game, Jacko. I actually have a good feeling today. So I do.
The Harry Kane sleeve I find so funny.
I'm telling you, he probably has a new tattoo, Jack. He's just protecting it. Already a difference here. Leeds players straight into a huddle. Spurs players in position, ready to go.
Leeds about to get ready to play the other football.
As soon as this goes off, Jacko, fly off and get yourself a beer. And
yep. No, I'm like I said, Dave. Don't even have any beers in the fridge. But I'm just gonna get this timer set up. All right, there we are. Everybody kicked off.
Long ball straight by Langley into Harry Kane. Doesn't win it. Leeds pick it up. Who's that? Summerfield. Bentancur already showing him. Well done, ref. Already starting. Let's go. Come on, Tottenham. Already showing Somerville. Look, kiddo. I'm the boss round here. Don't call me Ben Tekers for no reason. Give me that ball. Look at that. And then he gets taken out by Adams. He's American, Jack, isn't he, Adams?
Yeah, I like Tyler Adams. I think he's been brilliant, actually, for them this season. He's really good at just cleaning up the ball, just winning the ball back. He's almost a bit N'Golo Kante-ish, I must say. Just kind of pesky. Oh, poor touch from Davies.
He's already starting.
Let's go, Ben Davies.
Shit pass, Dyer, slow. Langley. Another long
guys,
ball.
I feel like there's good juju coming this way today. When I took the dog out for a walk this morning, there was a bag with a rucksack that was sat by where Bugsy usually stands on the wall by the field, and it had a laptop in it. And so I put a note and said, "If you lost your laptop, if you lost your bag, come and find me." I just feel like someone else would have stolen it. So I know the guy's just called me. He's coming round. So I feel like, you put something good out in the world, maybe you get something good back. Maybe.
Do you know what, Sean? I've taught that over the last month. I've tried to live my life by the 10 Commandments, and I've been let down.
Been let down, yeah.
Well, here we go. Put them on the attack. Perisic with the left foot straight.
That's just because God's got one eye on the World Cup. He's got a lot of different fingers in a lot of different pies out there. The devil's still watching the Premier League.
Oh, for sure. But that's a good start by Tottenham, though, Sean.
Come on, Tottenham!
Dark Sun G saying, Son, Dyer, Lloris, Davies, Højbjerg, Bent, Richie, Perisic, Sarr, after today is going to the World Cup. I hope no one gets injured. Basuma and Kulu stay back. Yeah, and I think I'm not sure what NL is, but usually, but
North London. Stay back
North London. Yeah, stay back in North London. Dark Sun G, I think it's really important that Basuma and Kulusevski stay back, because Kulusevski needs to get back from injury, start to develop his game a bit. He's apparently excited about it as well. Another thing too is that Basuma, I think he's growing with confidence. The more that he works with Conte, the more that he understands the system, I think the better he'll be. I think it's a blessing in disguise with those players, in particular, Dark Sun G. But with all those players headed to the World Cup, some of them are going to be huge players for their respective national sides. And we have to realize that they're not just any regular player for their national teams. They're basically the best players in some cases for their national teams. And we have to take that into consideration. Big up, my man.
100%. Big up, Dark.
Pray for no injuries too. Big up.
Interesting enough, actually, we have started by trying to press them. We got a corner from it now. It was a shit delivery by Perisic. It was absolutely crap. But Richarlison got
terrible. It's a terrible distribution from Meslier. Yeah. Absolutely shocking.
And we are actually trying, which is good. How long can it continue, though? Leeds on the attack here. Somerville. Emerson all over him like a rash.
Gets out.
Small players, aren't they?
Big up, Dark Sun G.
Richarlison with the press now. Keep going. Now Davies is out, or Perisic is out at it. This is good pressing by Tottenham. More of this.
Nice.
Well done, still bubbles through.
Bit of space for Tyler Adams here.
Arneson's just finding his way into the game with little touches. Or
Out wide
Aronson.
to Somerville.
Well
Nice,
done,
well
Kulu and
done.
Emerson. Ben Tekers. He's looking for help. Who's with him?
No one's
Absolutely
with him,
nobody.
yeah.
Nobody giving him an option there to pass it back. That's where Dyer's got to be dropping in to give him the option.
Darkson G also says Cootie Romero needs to be careful in the World Cup. Hope he is fine. Yeah, he's going to be putting his all out there. We know Darkson G.
Yeah, of
And
course
whenever he even is on any football pitch, he is going to put his all out there. And he is tiny bit injury prone. It is something to be considerate of.
Dyer with the header back to Lloris actually makes it this time.
Let's go.
Look,
Let's go. Let's go.
Romero is going to give it his all for the World Cup, Darkson G. Oh my God. That's Eric Dyer, ladies and fucking gentlemen. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with Moonstones? Jesus, stone boots. Idiot.
Moonstones.
Right. This is the problem, though, guys. We're doing well, get a bit of possession, and fucking Stone Boots wants to hoist one 40 yards up in the air, 10 yards away from Hugo Lloris, back to him. Just this shit has to stop. 4 minutes in, he's already got me going mad. You know what's coming next? You know what's coming next with that absolute moonhead muppet.
Welsh Gal is asking for what the special code word for calm down today is. And it might be relevant to both me and to you, Dave.
Oh, I won't. As long as these idiots keep doing that at the back line, I will not stay calm.
No. But for my heart, I need a code word. What are we going to go with today?
What did he say? Mootstones? Just make it Mootstones.
Moonstones. Moonstones is the new class.
Mootstones.
Moonstones is the new word. Okay, Moonstones.
Adrian Chia, I volunteer for a bread run weekly and Spurs still screw me. Adrian, I mean, I bet you have all the good karma in the bank. I bet you've done 1,000 good things in your life for people and Spurs still find a good way to screw you, my man. Absolutely right. That's what you do, Adrian, because you're such a good person. You put yourself through even further torment, in life, because
you know what? He doesn't do it for the dough.
He likes a bit of excitement. Sorry, Sean. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I lost the catchphrase there. I was going to say he doesn't do it for the dough. As in, like,
he doesn't do it for the dough.
Bread, money. Yeah. Anyway.
It's not easy making bread with Spurs.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Come on, just get rid of it.
Richie. He likes that first time. He likes that first time.
He can't do it. Someone just needs to say to him, stop being a clown. You can't do it. Just don't do it and just take a touch. It's simple.
Robin Koch goes long. Rodrigo.
This game is going to be interesting now, I think.
Yeah.
It's goals.
It is now because Dyer set the precedent.
Is it Gnonto or Gonto? What is it?
I don't know. I thought it might be like Gnoto. I don't. It's Gnoto. I think his name is. So.
Oh, okay.
But do you call it like if you want Gnocchi or Gnocchi? What do you call it?
Gnocchi. We should just call it Gnocchi.
Gnocchi. We'll call it Gnocchi from now on. Yeah.
Richie.
Go on, Richie. Well done,
okay,
Richie.
Sir.
Well done. Let's go, Voyage.
Lovely.
Well done. Let's play. Now play.
Oh, great
Make
ball.
Make run, Emerson. Make the run, son.
He plays him.
Go.
Keep going. Pulls it back. Oh! Emerson picks it up.
Oh! Train at the top of the box.
Try to find Richie. Emerson, win that. Well done. Moon boots.
My screen started to get all scratchy. So what happened? Did Emerson do okay?
Yeah, he did well there actually, but he did well to get. He made a good run, but he actually had Kane at the top of the box. Yeah. And he made a good run though.
He went for Richie running in at the back post. Kane was probably the easier option, I would say. Jacko, you're right. Ben Davies slow to give it back to Hugo there. Everything just needs to be done at pace. Just do it at pace.
I like the fact we're defending higher. I like the fact we're pushing up. It's good.
But we are like, this is the thing. We're starting well. We're trying to press. We're trying to play a ball, which is good. It's very good. Which so far is answering my question.
Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
Fix it.
Nice. You have all your boys out wide. You got all your boys.
There's 2 players out there.
Bad choice.
It's the wrong option.
It's the harder option too.
Yeah.
Nice moon boots.
Well done, Emerson. Jesus.
This is better from Tottenham. Nice to see. It's good to see. He's been listening to me. He's been listening to my Tottenham walks.
No mootstones yet.
The ball is bobbling around.
Lovely Bentacore. Oh,
lovely.
It's
lovely.
Yes, lovely.
Let's go, Richie. Slotting through.
Okay.
Oh,
nice touch, Rich. Oh, lovely ball, son.
Take the
This is
touch.
great.
No,
Oh, what a ball! Kane!
you absolute buffoon.
What
Was
was
Eric
that
Dyer?
ball? That ball was atrocious. Whoever.
I thought it was a good ball.
That moonhead out there.
I
Yes.
thought it was a good ball by Eric Dyer. Puts it into the right, but Harry Kane doesn't even
That's
fucking
way
stretch
too
for
far
it.
ahead of them. Way too much ahead
Yeah,
of
I
them.
mean,
Sean.
that's right in front of
Offside
Meslier.
Yeah, fair enough.
You should have almost caught that.
He would have been offside anyway. So.
Honestly, I
you're-
wonder
you're-
what the
you're right.
circumference of his head is.
The circumference of his head. You know that he has to order extra large hats, don't you? When he goes to like,
He wouldn't even put his head in the hat, let alone head or something.
Uh-oh. Get there, Hoyge. No.
Why is Dyer? Dyer just
Somerville.
stood there.
Oh, fuck!
Idiot, Dyer. Don't blame other people. Somerville is running at you.
Oh my
He's running at you.
Just as we're...
and it
as
starts
we're-
again.
This is the thing, though. We've played well. We're
And it
pressing.
starts
I'm fucking
again.
idiot. Oh, look at this. Look at Somerville making that run. He done. Oh, look at this again. Look at this again.
It's just as we were deep in their half, just as we create
I mean-
chances as well. Højbjerg
Højbjerg's
missing
the
that.
wrong side.
Look,
Look, he's right in front of him. He's right in front of him.
Right in front of him. He's right in front of him. Oh my God, that's awful defending. Oh, he's not even.
Run
aware.
is made right in front of
God.
Emerson and Dyer. It's right in front of him.
Like Dyer can see him.
He's facing him as well.
And this is what I keep talking about. People says it's a tactic to sit back. It's not. We've tried to play Moonhead. Look, I said this 2 minutes ago when he played that scoop ball back to Hugo Lloris up in the air. You know what's coming. You know it. Then he puts in a shit cross and then lets Somerville run all over him. I can't take this guy at my football club anymore. He's going to reduce me to fucking tears.
Ah!
My God, he's such a clown, moon-headed little twat.
He's just watching him make that run in behind in front of him.
Højbjerg doesn't help the situation though. He's caught all
He
out.
doesn't, Sean, but it's not all Højbjerg at the end. I mean, he
I'm not saying it's
misses
all
that
Højbjerg,
tackle,
but-
but he misses that tackle. But 9 times out of 10, Højbjerg does make that tackle. But it feels like there are 2 defenders there who can track that run, and neither of them do it. And it's a pass that's made in between the lines too, Sean. So it really is Dyer's. It's also made in between the lines.
It's played right in beside him, Jacko. Right in beside him. I mean, it's such an easy ball to defend. All he's got to do is turn his body. He's so shit, man. Emerson could have told him he was running as well, but it's right in beside Dyer. He's right in front of him when he makes the run. Right in front of him. He's just incapable. The guy is incapable. And I'm going to try harder. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. No. Just fuck off and do it then, dick. Sick of him. Always going down because of him. He's a dick. Dyer the dick. That's what he is. Fed up with him. Absolute tosspot. Wouldn't trust a guy with my shopping. Honestly.
That was the guy at the door who wanted his laptop back. Where's the karma? Where are you? Unbelievable.
And no one can say we started this game sitting back. I'm not going to listen to it because we have.
No, I know. 100%.
I said it. As soon as he made that pass back to Hugo, you know what's coming. I just know it. I actually get my spider senses start tingling.
Emerson
I
into
think we're in this
Kulusevski
game.
here.
It's-
Time and space for Kulu.
Yeah, come on. We're fine.
Oh,
that's it, Kulu! Oh, what a shot! Emerson does well.
Oh, I thought he was taking
corner?
it in there. Sure.
What play by Kulu? It's
Kulu's
unbelievable.
so good.
Nice.
Well played,
nice
Emerson,
link up
puts the
from the
ball
2
in.
there.
Look at this one, Emerson. The drag back and then the fakie. Oh, he does well. It's a good save from Meslier.
Just can't get over that moon-headed twat. Such a disappointment. His parents have to be disappointed in him. They just got to be.
Oh,
Kulu, shoot! Oh,
Kulu's the
he is
best player.
saucing. He's absolutely saucing.
He's the
Emerson.
best player.
Great ball.
Oh!
What? Oh, unlucky. This is where it becomes dangerous now. Watch this. Oh, thank fuck for that. Long hit over pass out for a Tottenham throw-in.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so bad. It's so bad. Why did they give me the replays? I didn't ask for it. I'm going to have an aneurysm watching these guys. Do not blow that. That's soft as shit. Well done. Great ball out. Amount of space for getting down that right-hand side.
Emerson, that's such a bad first touch, bro.
Dude, take it under control.
No need
rush.
for that there.
No rush,
No
man.
rush, bro.
Just
No
below
goodness.
standard subpar crap.
And he gives away foul.
Oh, of course. One mistake compiled by another. I wonder where I've seen that before.
Yeah.
What a load of shit.
Like, it doesn't matter who comes in here. It's just going to be painful why these Muppets are here.
I think we played well today. Like, again, it's just a mistake. 2 mistakes in the same moment. I know you're going to give it all on Eric Dyer, but I think there's reasonable allocation of blame there to Højbjerg as well. Got caught the wrong side of the man. Dyer does a fucking shit show.
No, look, that's fair enough. But Højbjerg does not make the mistakes consistently, and it's preventable by Dyer. That's why he's there to prevent that. That's why his whole job is to prevent that.
Oh, let's go, Kulu!
I'm alive!
Richard! Oh!
Pick it up. Who's that? Ben. Well done. Or Højbjerg.
Find Benton Court, Ben. Oh.
Give it out to Salzburg. Get a ball in on your right foot.
Nice.
Let's go, whip it! Whip it! What the fuck is that, bro?
Throwing. Jesus.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my God.
It's coming, though. Tottenham are fucking coming. Come on, boys. We knew it was going to be lots of goals. Didn't matter
What's he
whether
throwing his hands up to? Who is he blaming for that?
Get up out of Christensen. He was a player that looked good in the summer. He was 27 goal assists in last season.
Kulu is looking absolutely unbelievable. He is skinning people alive.
What is Sonny wearing?
That's his World Cup.
He looks like
gear shot.
he looks like he just wrote a thesis.
What is he wearing?
He looks like he just wrote a thesis. He looks so smart.
Yeah.
Dr. Hyunmin Son, PhD.
It looks like he just solved like Elon Musk's, like rocket problem.
Him and Session together looks like they're running some sort of high drug corporation thing. You've got Sonny looks like he does all the internet
like
stuff, and you've got Session who's the road man.
He looks like an evil villain.
He's got the hat on and everything.
There's a poor touch there.
Got a little bit too much Burberry on there. He's got a Burberry fucking like a blanket. Not that cold today, Shungy. Come on, bro.
I think it's a Burberry cardigan, Sean.
I don't care what it is. It doesn't belong with a turtleneck and a pair of spectacles. Does he play with glasses then? With contact lenses? I guess he does.
Maybe. I don't know. No, but some people, it's like women. They buy them glasses to make themselves look sophisticated. Like it's
yeah.
Missed this earlier. Dark Sun G saying Somerville. What did he say? Sorry. Somerville is really on form at the moment. How is he free?
You asked me.
It feels like it's really Dyer and
win it. Let's go. There's so much space in this game.
Behind him all.
There's so much space in this game. We're still in this game. No problem. Come on, boys. Come on, Emerson.
Nice.
Go!
Shoot. Oh, look. Kulu is all over this game.
Kulu's
breaking through them so quickly, but at Dark Sun G, it just felt like their first attack, their first run in behind, and they score. It's just simple.
This is what I keep saying. It does not matter how well we play, how many chances we create. All it takes for the opposition is one attack.
Yeah, that's fine, Dave. But I'd rather this than.
Oh,
let's go, Ben! Let's go! Oh no!
He's put it over the bar into the car park from 8 yards.
Oh no!
8 yards out.
The man has zero confidence.
Talk about a rush of blood to the head.
Oh, you just got to touch it, bro. You just got to touch
what football? Davies, by the way.
What football? Oh, Emerson.
Lord.
What does Richarlison do to Emerson
Lord.
there? What does Richarlison do when he balloons it over?
My Lord.
Oh.
That's an open goal.
The ball bobbles.
Why is he side-footing it?
But he's leaning back when he does it, which means the ball automatically rises. You've got to lean over it to keep it down. It's the oldest trick. It's the first thing you're taught playing football. If you're shooting from distance, lean over it.
Dave, back to the point though. Would you not rather this version of football? And okay, there's risk, right? There's risk.
But I think we're having this
we're all over
because of the
Sean,
injuries.
I get what you're going to ask me, but I've said this before. We've tried playing.
We
this
didn't have these
first-
No,
players.
but if you sit back like we do in usual first halves,
But we haven't had Kulu available. He's been out. He's huge to us. He's the only one.
Okay, well, that's fine. But we're playing out, right? Which is the argument I'm trying to make. Like, yes, there's risk. We've got a terrible back three, but you know that without Romero, and even with Romero this season, we've got a terrible back three. But when we're playing out,
we haven't tried this. Are you denying we haven't tried this before? Because
I'm not denying it, but I'm saying that the vast majority of first half football, we don't do this. The vast majority of first half football, we sit back and tolerate and absorb, and we hang on, and we still go down 1-0.
Space in.
Sean,
Space. Oh, he's in behind again here. Come out, Hugo! Come out! It's right in front of you.
But Sean, we're missing a key point here. We're playing in a 3-4-3 today. We haven't been able to play that with injuries. We've been playing 3-5-2 for a lot of the last month and a half. I've said this to people when they were calling.
You don't have to sit back. You don't have to sit back on your 18-yard box with the 5 as well.
The tactics. You're taking a player out of a 3-4-3. You're bringing in a holding midfielder. You're losing an attacker and a holding midfielder. Completely changed the dynamics.
I understand that. I understand that.
And everything else.
I'm the biggest advocate of recognizing that the goals conceded change dynamics of games. You hear me say it all the time. But what I am saying is that you don't, even when you play a 3-5-2 with Bissouma, Højbjerg, and Bentancur, you still don't have to sit back on the edge of the area. Harry Kane does not need to sit on the edge of his 18-yard box, which has happened all too often in the idea of conserving energy.
And then we still got. It's not because we're conserving energy. We can't keep the ball.
I think it is because we're
glossing over the fact that we keep giving the ball away. Today we've been decent on the ball, so we've been able to play out from the back. But there's other games where we try to play out from the back and we're giving the ball back. And this is what I keep saying to people: it is largely, massively overlooked at this football club.
Do you prefer this version of football or the version of football where we give the ball away and wait until we get it back?
But Sean, that's what happens when you give the ball away. When you give
the other version of football is we don't give it away. We don't even want it. We don't want the ball. We let them have the ball.
But we have wanted the ball, Sean. That's the thing. We've tried to get on possession.
Not against Newcastle. Not against.
Hang on, go back and watch the game against Newcastle. We started off the brighter team, Sean. We started off
in the first 10 minutes.
Sean, we could have been 2-0 up. But when we make mistakes the way we do and give games.
What about Arsenal? What about Chelsea?
Fair enough. Chelsea, look, they always perform against us. But you're picking out 2 games against big teams.
I've just thrown you 2. I can throw you 7 if you want.
What you won't talk about is how well we started against Newcastle, how well we started in other games. But because we make errors and give away the goals, and we haven't took our chances in the early part of the games, and automatically it means, look, when you give the ball away, you naturally end up sitting deep, blocking up the spaces when you're up against it. It's what naturally happens as a team. It's not a tactic. It's how it happens.
I disagree. 100% disagree with that.
I completely disagree with what you're saying, to be honest, as well.
That's okay.
Like, we can see, like, this is going to be the narrative after game. We play so much better. Why can't we play this every week? But no one's going to mention that we've had to play 3-5-2 because of injuries. Today we're playing 3-4-3 with 2 extra forward players that are naturally in that position.
When have I ever not acknowledged those things?
Huh?
Well, I've always acknowledged those variables.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general, this is what's going to happen. I've been here before under Jose Mourinho.
This is better football. I'm enjoying this game. I'm enjoying it
100%. But we still find ourselves 1-0 down because of fucking shit defenders, which I talk about all the time. Which in the modern day way of playing, out from the back, which you need to do, we have players where it's 50-50. You don't know whether the pass is going to make it or not. We give away the ball, and that changes the dynamic of the game. Like, we try to play this way. We just can't do it at times.
No, I think sometimes we don't play this way in the first half deliberately.
I think that's madness. I'm telling you, no manager sets up. No manager. Sean, go and listen to managers on podcast, players, and everything else. No manager will set up just to camp on the edge of their 18 for the first half.
No, it's not to camp on the edge of the 18 box, but they set up with a.
He lets it through. No!
Oh, Jesus
sake!
Christ.
Moon boots, please, dude. Why are you just letting everything through?
Oh, was it? He got up. Okay, thank fuck for that. I thought we were all just standing there and there was no offside flag.
Let's go, Richie.
Well done, Rich.
Let's go, Richie.
Nice, Rich. Nice, Kane. Emerson.
Oh, God. Come
please.
on, Emerson. Please do something.
Gives it to Kulu.
On the left. Go on, kid.
Højbjerg.
Oh,
win it, Kane.
Floaty bullshit.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Get a ball in, Kane. Go on.
Nice. Perisic.
Play back, Perisic.
Come on, Tottenham. Come on, Tottenham.
Come on.
Adrian Chia, it's part of the script, lads. Causing heart attacks certainly is, Adrian. I know you see this all ahead of time, my man. Azid Hamid, Conte out. This is atrocious once more. Get him out. Get Pep out as well, Azad. Get him, or get Pep out too on your way out.
Come on, do something from this corner.
Let's go! Oh!
Kane just, whoever cleared it away. Someone cleared it away.
Another good delivery in here.
Give me this football. This is exciting. That's what I want to see. Come on, Tottenham. 4-3 on the cards here, Dave. You were right.
Oh, well, I hope so, lad. I mean, there's goals in this game. We just can't take any right now.
We have to score next. If we go 2-0 down, it's different beast.
Another
corner. When was the last time we had 75 corners? That was against Bournemouth, wasn't it?
Yeah, actually, corner after corner. Although didn't our winner come from the corner kick, or two of them, 2 goals?
Yeah, 2 goals, yeah.
And then Bentancur.
Longley and... Oh, you're right. Sorry, Bender. Yeah, what was that?
Oh!
Longley.
Oh!
Strike! That's how it's done.
Get out of it, Rhett. Oh, what they moaning about?
What are they crying about? Fuck off.
What are they crying about?
That was a
you
weird
know when they're crying about something, it's usually not good for Tottenham.
No, it was a weird goal. I must
It's
be honest.
a push from
No, that's
Richie
the for the ball. That's not
Longley. Was it Longley?
Longley and Richie
Longley
kind of both going for
Longley
it. Longley,
shoves the defender.
their eye is not on the. Their eye is
Yeah,
not
they're
on
not on the keeper.
Just before
they're going
that,
for the ball
Longley.
there.
It looks like Longley shoves one of the players as well.
This definitely is getting VAR because we know we're Spurs.
It's going to be given. It's not going to be
What a
given either.
finish.
I'll be surprised.
Just
Great
before
little
that
touch
jump,
area too. Great little touch.
Longley also pushes a defender just before the jump with the keeper.
Oh, they're definitely pulling it back. It's VAR. We know they're pulling it back.
Oh no!
Make sure
Stuart Atwell as well. I mean, we know they're pulling it back.
he's
It's
been
Stuart
shit.
Atwell.
He's
You can
the
kiss
guy
this
that
goal
didn't give the
goodbye.
penalty
You can
against
kiss
West Ham.
this goal goodbye. It's Stuart Atwell.
He's the guy that didn't give the penalty against West Ham. Does it stand? It looks like it
given.
is.
It's been given.
Come on!
Has it been given? It's been given!
Harry Kane.
Pick up, Harry.
Always the
Oh, he gets stuck in as well. Salzburg.
Salzburg. Play Emerson.
Oh, fucking Emerson. Jesus.
Nice, Emo. Oh, win it back, son.
Get back, Emerson. Get back.
Moon Boots, step up.
Oh, God. Moon
He's
Boots. You're getting past.
Moon Boots.
Honestly, take him off at halftime. I don't care. Take him off. He's just been.
wandering
He hasn't
around.
put in a challenge. He's been run around. He's useless. Go on,
It's
Perisic.
the three problems all the time is Dyer. It's not even Davies. Davies is actually playing pretty well, and he has done.
Davies is playing well today.
And his season generally hasn't been that bad. For me, it's Dyer, it's Lloris, and it's Emerson.
Oh, Kane!
No! Oh!
Oh, what a save! One of
Oh,
you.
get out of each other's way! Longley and Davies going, fuck you, I want the header.
Out to Emerson.
Emerson.
It's good to see.
Oh, my God.
He's
Holy
lost.
Get
He's
him off
lost
the
it.
pitch. Get him
He's
off.
lost it.
Get him
He's
off the
lost
pitch.
it.
If I had a 6-year-old and
lost
he'd done
it.
that in a match, I'd take him off and bring him home.
Get him
myself.
off the
I'd say,
pitch.
"Look,
He's been absolutely atrocious.
You're not going to embarrass me.
This
like
is
that."
this is sadly one of. I mean, this is saying something too. This is one of Emerson's worst starts, if not his worst start.
It's those three. It's Lloris, it's Dyer, and it's Emerson.
Whichever
And
right
Sergio
wing back we
is really
pick,
shit as well.
and it's whatever right wing back we pick.
And Doherty. Doherty's crap as well.
Yeah,
They
Doherty
can
was
all-
shocking.
Somerville is having so much fucking space.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Dyer and Emerson are
Dyer's
just
not
getting
helping
torn
himself.
apart.
Even if you
Dyer
look
and
at that
Emerson are getting torn apart down that
But
side.
even if you look at that run Somerville made there, Dyer doesn't know whether to come out or to keep retreating. He's just going to make
Neither did Lloris. In that
Yeah,
particular
Sean,
play.
that one, he took a gigantic touch and Lloris just waited. I actually
Lloris-
thought that was a
Lloris
good
came
save by
out.
Lloris, but it was not good
Yeah.
keeping still. It was not good keeping.
Yeah.
100%, Jack. He came out halfway and then he went, "Oh no, shit!" And as soon
Yeah.
as you second guess yourself,
Touch by
It's right in
Somerville.
front
He
of him
was
it
like
was.
30 yards
right in
ahead
front
of
of
him.
him, right in front of him. If he carried on and had the commitment, like once you go,
He
you've
would
got
have
to
saved
go.
it easily. He would have saved
But
it
this, we've
easily.
seen this as a pattern with a lot of these guys. Seen it with Hugo, see it with Dyer, seen it with Sanchez, Doherty. You know what I mean?
Well, that
It's
went out.
just someone's got to make a decision and go with it. If you make a decision and it's the wrong decision, I'm still going to berate you, but at least you've made a decision. Can't take someone that doesn't know what to do. It's clueless and brain dead. But I'm surprised when Eric Dyer's answer is why he couldn't get into the Poch team to Jose is, I don't know. Why didn't it work out under Jose? I don't know. The guy doesn't know anything. He doesn't even know what 2 + 2 is.
Do you think that
nice touch, Dave?
Do you guys think that Conte is a little bit guilty of maybe
What a ball.
Oh,
Come on, miss it.
That was almost a spectacular ball.
Do you think Conte's a little bit guilty? I'm not saying blame him on this one, but just like a little bit naive in that he came in, probably didn't know Tottenham's history, didn't know Dyer and especially Dyer, but a little bit Davies, didn't know what sort of defenders that they had been in the past. Watched them last season, saw them play above their level, and then in the summer when he had those conversations with Paratici, thought Longlay's probably one. Like we'll be okay with one centre back.
Do you know?
Whereas in reality, like he probably should have done a little bit more homework and realised that last season was the anomaly for Eric Dyer, not the standard.
I made a point similar to yours the other day where I was saying, you've got to remember, Conte doesn't have the pain we have with these guys.
Yeah.
So last season they relatively performed okay, which means obviously he's going to naturally trust them this season. Whereas someone like me, who's been watching this guy for 8 years, I know he's a letdown.
You know that last season was the exception to the rule, not the rule.
Yeah. And like Conte, so this season, Conte's still going to pick them in cup games and stuff like that, even though they're out of form, because largely what he's had from them is okay, decent form. Now, do I think that stopped him from going for defenders in the January transfer or in the summer transfer window? Absolutely not. We were linked with centre backs. We were pushing to try and get them, but we were told number one target's not available. We'll wait and go again for a number one target. So I think it's a case that he's had to use them again, but also, like, look, Jose Mourinho, Nuno, whatever, Conte now, the club has to then make a decision and say, okay, well, we're constantly getting pressure from fans because of these idiots. The performances on the pitch are dropping, which means pressure. Fans are unhappy with the quality, which means pressure. If they want the pressure off them, just replace them. It'll take them. The club will move forward.
100%. I agree with you 100%. And I just want to quickly shout this tweet out, right? I've just seen something from Alistair Gold, and it's absolutely fucking spot on. Oh, wait, I'll pause until the end of this one. Okay.
Adrian, I told you last it's all part of the script. Come on, you Spurs, Adrian. Like I said, it's all, it's just all according to you, Adrian. It's just all according to you. It's just however you want to draw it up. They just need to, relax. Oh, nice. Here we go.
Kane, out to Richarlison. Send it outside again to Perisic.
Do it!
Went a little on the, he's hungry, went for the selfish approach. Longley into Højbjerg.
Move it, Højbjerg.
Salzburg. Driving. Oh, he's getting saucier by the touch.
Well done. Beautiful.
Sir.
Kulu.
Kulusevski.
Harry Kane.
With the shooter sleeve.
Oh no. Bentigor.
This game is brilliant to watch. Love it.
It is a good game to watch.
I just want to call out. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Jack. Sorry, mate. I'll be really quick, right? So, Ali Gold has said, with all that talk, with all that talk of players being worried about injuries ahead of the World Cup, Ben Davies has thrown himself at absolutely everything for Spurs in this opening half an hour. Yeah. He's giving his absolute all. He's giving everything in every challenge. And I think it's an absolute brilliant observation. Ben Davies has been very good in this game. And he's like, how many more World Cups will Wales ever get to? How many more World Cups has he got in his locker? Yeah. I love that. I admire that and I respect that. Now you compare that to maybe people that I'm not going to mention who's also in our squad who have got a little bit of muscle fatigue. Where's the desire and the passion? Fair play to Ben Davies.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Ribsy85, member for 16 months, fan show member. Big up, Ribsy, and really appreciate the support all these years, my man. He says Emerson Royale is unlearning football in front of our very own eyes.
Yeah.
Unlearning.
So true.
This is honestly the worst start I've seen him have, Ribsy, and that's an impressive thing to say. This is the worst start I've seen him have in a game, genuinely.
Oh, could there be a red card check here potentially? No.
He has to come up at halftime.
Yeah.
Kulu
saying that was an elbow.
Furious.
Yeah, Kulu's really upset about it.
He got an elbow to the face.
He did.
He's saying, "See you fucker."
You can already see his eye bruising. Look.
Kulusevski's mad.
Bentancur's been phenomenal in the midfield today as well.
Is Uruguay going to the World Cup?
Yes.
Yeah, fair play.
Oh, go on, Davies. Well done.
Let's go, Richie.
Nice, Rich.
Perisic.
Oh, unlucky. Perisic has looked good. It's just the three. Everyone's looked good to me, apart from those three players. Lloris.
This is why we've got to stick to
Dyer.
the 3-4-3. Have to.
I mean, that should be our preferred.
Time to grab
formation.
another here.
But I still think there's space for 3-5-2.
That went out.
It's a hard throw in, surely.
Are you an advocate for buying a like a James Maddison then in the summer if you want to stick to 3-4-3? Where does he fit in?
I don't think we need it. For me, urgent. Get the back line. Worry about a calm going forward in the summer. You don't need it now. We've got goals. We know how to score goals. Scoring goals was never our problem at Tottenham Hotspur. The last 3 years, our problem is just keeping them out. It doesn't matter what level of opponent against, whether it's against fucking Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, etc., or whether it's against NS Mora, fucking Middlesbrough and teams like that. It doesn't matter.
What on Emerson? Good anticipation.
Yes. Oh, what a touch from Harry. Find him.
Look at Richie.
Oh, like he could have kept going, maybe, Harry.
That was a tired pass. That was tired.
Yeah, it
maybe
was.
Just keep carrying it. Just keep carrying it.
I think Richie's played fairly well.
He's and also there was one moment where Richie was really brilliant. Actually, I think it was the one that led to something. I forgot, but there's one moment where he's good.
There's one moment that led to.
He's had because he started off poorly with a really poor first touch. Then since then, I think he's looked great. But
yeah, he has looked good.
I was trying to rack my brain what chance that was, and ended up saying gibberish.
I'd still like us to go and get someone who could play in that creative. I completely agree with you, Dave. I think that if there's 150 million to be spent, 120 of it, 100 million of it, whatever, should go towards.
It's going out wide here. Time and space for Christensen.
Here's why I
say Perisic. Get there, Rich.
Oh no!
That
looks awful. That looks awful.
Oh, that's not a good challenge whatsoever. That is a horrible challenge.
Oh, fuck you, bro.
You know why he's staying down? Because there's a potential of a card here. It's coming. Oh, he's won the ball farthest to him. He's actually won the ball. You can't give out about that. He's cleanly took the ball. Hasn't touched Richarlison.
Yes, touch Richarlison there. Richarlison's just doing the shithousery, hopefully. I hope he's not hurt.
Dark Sun G says, Bentancur is facing Son in the World Cup. Please, no injuries. It's Bentancur, Sonny, Romero, the whole lot. Please, no injuries. Dark Sun G. Bentancur has been running his heart out this season. Yeah. Another example of what you were just saying, though, Sean, too. With players that have been giving their all despite the World Cup. Bentancur is a fantastic example, I think, too. Maybe a very consistent example. Oh, lovely.
Oh, what played. Let's go.
Oh. Yeah,
well,
show the way from Harry.
All the space in the world. That's 19 fouls there.
He just takes on about 5 of them. It's unbelievable.
It's like a pinball machine. He's getting battered left and right by everybody. There's 2.
There's 2.
3.
My God, that's a knee in the back as well.
What a first touch.
Raph. It's a yellow. It's a bit aggressive. You know this guy's not going to the World Cup anyway.
Jeez, he threw his whole body into him, sir. Dark Sun G, though, Bentancur and Sonny, absolute. I mean, our season won't be as we can't finish in top 4 without them. Dark Sun G, just simple as. Moon Boots, ball in here. Straight to the keeper.
It's just a shit.
Darragh here, Dave. Good to see Darragh back saying Royale paid $1 million to improve his football. I think he's paid $1 million to unlearn football by the looks of things here, Darragh, somehow.
Look, I'm all for people trying to help themselves outside the game, and I always commend that. I even commend Session for doing what he done this summer, but it seems to be it doesn't matter what these guys do, to be honest with you. It really doesn't.
Oh, poor foul there from Davies.
That's a shit foul to give away.
That's a shit foul.
Right on the edge of the box as well.
That's a bad foul to give away there. You just ran through him, Davies. And jeez, what are you even complaining for? What are you even
He didn't even want to roll with him. He just bowled him over. It's just lazy.
Not a lot of difference between that and what happened to the Trent Alexander-Arnold. A little bit of a shoulder, little bit of a gentle elbow.
Yeah.
Those, Sean.
Serious.
Spot on. Just don't concede this, please. Don't do something so brain dead numpty.
Have they got a free kick specialist?
Aronson's not bad.
Please put this into Rose's head. Give it to Ellie. She's in that South.
I think he's even scored a free kick this season. He might have scored a free kick this season, Aronson. He's from Medford, New Jersey, by the way, Sean.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a kind of local too.
Is he really? Local as well. Just
I don't like this. I don't like how
Jersey City.
I don't like the look of this. If they go with Aronson, there's so much room around that wall on the right hand side.
We're about to take it. Get ready, lads.
Now
Højbjerg is the.
What's that? What's for the guy on the left hand side?
There's so much space in around.
They could easily just slide it off to the guy on the left hand side.
There's so much space to bend that around that wall. Oh, they've gone with the other option.
Oh, another hit here. It gets through.
If Aronson hits that, he has so much room to bend that round. That's just bad.
He could also just have passed it to the fella on the left hand side, and he would have had an absolute open free hit. Win that.
Well done,
Bento. Well done, Benton Box.
Shit by Richie.
Oh, it's good.
Lovely.
Emerson, just leave it.
Oh. Get out of the way, Emerson. Yeah.
I actually think they should have let Emerson take that. They wouldn't have lost it there.
Go on, Perisic.
I think we have to have Emerson can't start the second half.
No, he can't. He's got to be taken off.
It's so bad.
He probably will start the second half, though. That's not a free. Do not give that.
Well done, ref. Well done. A little bit of consistency. Doesn't go amiss. Let's go.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Oh!
Dyer, that's all right. I'll take that this time.
Sir!
They just sandwiched them.
They just threw him to the ground.
This is American football.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. It does look like American football challenge.
Taking out the fucking wide receiver. Outrageous. Apart from that, though, apart from Emerson, apart from Dyer, and apart from Lloris, the other 8, I think, have all played very well. It's been a good game of football.
Yeah. I agree.
Well done. That's a good cushion header.
Oh, sloppy. Come on, Højbjerg. You're better than that. Pick that one up, son.
Nice, Bence.
Oh, well done, Bentancur. Emerson gives it away. Win that.
Brilliant. Bence has been brilliant.
Oh, he's all over the place.
Into Somerville here.
Sprint back, Emerson. You're fucking jogging. He's down your right side, man.
Oh, Moon Boots gets megged. Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Oh, he gets absolutely done there.
If I was in the team and he was shouting at me, I'd honestly walk over.
Please tell me this.
He recovers very well, though.
Jesus. I would walk over and punch him if he was screaming at me. I'd say, listen here, dick. You make a mistake every single game that costs us. Don't scream at me. Concentrate on your own game, dumbass.
To be fair to him, he got megged, but he recovered.
Shouldn't have been megged, though.
Oh, he got absolutely.
This is the problem. He's always getting something done to him and then tries to recover. Just do it right the first time.
He just got done there.
Come on, let's not give away a goal now.
Well done. Oh my God! No!
Dyer again.
What?
Eric Dyer again.
What the fuck happened?
Dyer couldn't judge the header. He just misjudged the header. I think.
Eric Dyer again.
He just misjudged the header.
Really? Was that Moon Boots?
It flops over the top.
Was that Moonhead? Is it actually really Moonhead again?
And he's there screaming at someone a minute ago. This is the problem with the guy. He's delusional. He's just gone past sanity. He's delusional.
Oh, it was a great finish. A fantastic finish. But watch this.
So we clear that. That's fine.
Runs over Moon Boots' head.
Win that. That's fine.
Kulusevski wins it. Cooper plays it back. Kane misses the header.
It's not really his fault. I don't know whose fault that is.
Let's see here. Kane misses the header. It's flicked on by Christensen, and it's over the top of Moon Boots' head.
I'm sorry, right? But instead of Dyer turning there, can he not move backwards to be able to header that? Just jog backwards and header it.
I don't know whose fault that is.
We just can't keep balls out of our net. We have a worse defense than Leeds. We just have a worse defense than Leeds.
Our defense is brutal. It's so.
I don't want to hear booing at half time.
No, dude, boo Dyer. Boo. He deserves it. He might wake up a bit.
It's not discernible when the entire stadium boos. I don't know who knows who they're booing at. You know.
The reason why I asked, could Dyer have jogged backwards? I've seen many of his defenders shuffle backwards and header that clear. Why has he got a turn?
This is so ridiculous. It's just been any bit of momentum we've gotten, it feels like, Sean, and it's just completely undone every single time.
Oh, now he's standing still. Don't you dare.
He's got so little confidence. His confidence is shot.
Fuck him.
Just lose all momentum. I lose all confidence. Sean. I lose all momentum.
Oh! Yeah. No, I get it. I'm just saying.
I lose confidence. It's
not social club, but we're not here to boost people's egos.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Just as an observation, like his confidence, same as Emerson's. Like when you got the chance to do something, and the reason why Emerson ballooned that over the top is because he.
Oh, nice. Fine.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
Oh! Get there,
Rich.
Oh!
Rich. I felt like you could have done that differently, Rich. Could have tried to dink him. Oh, who gave away that foul?
Yeah, he's overcompensating now for being a clown.
Please don't tell me Moon Boots gave away a foul there. It's actually a good ball by Emerson. Gets.
Oh, he should have worked for the penalty, I think.
Good try from Rich.
Oh, there's still loads of goals in this game, though.
So many goals. It is going to be a 3-2, Sean. I think it is. It's going to be a 3-2. It's going to be a 4-3.
Yeah. I don't think you can actually blame Conte for this first half of football. We've played well. Like we've played well.
I'm not blaming Conte. No, this is not on Conte. I think we've had a great. I think it's been a good game of football.
Today actually highlights the real biggest problem in this team, in this football club. It highlights the biggest problem in this football club.
There's something to be said too about how Davies has been much more of a steady Eddie in comparison today.
Yeah, Davies has been fine.
And somebody mentioned that the other day, Sean, in a fan show, how Davies is more of a steady Eddie, whereas Moon Boots is just he's unlearning football in front of our eyes.
The thing is, though, if you don't pick Moon Boots, you pick Sanchez. It's like
who
do you pick?
Well, in my opinion, Romero should be there. I don't think he is injured, mate.
But like the thing is, we're being told he's injured, so we can't say pick him when he's not available.
Well, okay, that's fine. You're right, and I've got to be consistent because I call people out for saying, like, despite Conte saying he was happy with the window, maybe he wasn't. So you have to go with the information you're given. But I'm very suspicious about that whole thing.
Maybe he's not. But what we're being told, he's not available for selection.
Yeah, I know. But I'd also say that I think that's well played. Let's do it. Handball!
Handball.
Corner.
That's a corner kick at least.
Not even a corner.
I think that some people are not guilty. Some people are used to saying, like, when they're throwing mud towards our defence, they say Davies and Dyer aren't good enough. It's like the two names roll off the tongue, and maybe they're not. But Davies has been far better this season than Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer has been one mistake, one calamity after another.
And Sanchez.
And Sanchez
as well. Yeah, we need two new centre backs. 100% need two. And there's Indica, who's available for free at the end of the season. You know,
halftime, everybody. Well, we find ourselves having watched decent football from the team, but we still find ourselves conceding 2 goals. We did score in the first half for once, but we find ourselves 2-1. Familiar position here where we are down at halftime. Lads, I mean, how do we go about it in the second half? What needs to be done differently? One of the things I would suggest is take Emerson off. I'm not even sure if he can take Moon Boots off because really he has the choice of either Sanchez, Tanganga, or Moon Boots. Probably the easiest fix he can go for right away. Take Emerson off. I would say throw Jed Spence on.
Sean, you can go first if you want.
What needs to be done, do you think, Sean?
Yeah, well, look, we haven't got any options at the centre-back to really bring on, have we? We got, it's either Sanchez. I don't think it's any better than Dyer. I don't think there's any need. I mean, it is what it is with those two. We're going to have to throw more caution to the wind. There's more vulnerabilities at the back, therefore. But for me, the only obvious change that can and should be made immediately is Emerson Royale. And for who?
Pick your poison.
Yeah, it is a pick your poison. You're stuck between the devil and the deep blue sea. I would probably say I still think Matt Doherty probably over Jed Spence, just because I think the chemistry between him and Kulusevski's been absolutely he's been absolutely spectacular. So
for me,
but I think we've got goals in us anyway. I think we've got goals in us. I just there's not necessarily. I don't think they necessarily deserve to be down. I think it could be two. We could be 2-1 up. It could be 2-1 down. It could be 1-1. You know, there's goals in this game. Yeah. It's just
just for me quickly, and then I'm going to run off to refill my coffee cup. I don't think there is much more you can do, if I'm being brutally honest. Yeah, you can make a change at right wing back. Is it going to be any better? You just don't know. It's 50-50. It might be worse. Who knows? There's not much more you can do. We've got an attacking lineup out there. People that said they want us to play attacking football. Well, you've got your answer. We still leak goals at the back, no matter how attacking we play or how defensive we play. We still concede goals. So today has given me my answer. It's not Conte setting up the way people accuse him of setting up defensively and negatively and everything else. It's not the case. It's the case of this back line. They're just not good enough today. They've actually been good on the ball compared to recent weeks. But it doesn't matter how well we play. Teams are still going to score against us. Now, everything I've spoke about this back line since I've started all the way through to now, because people are arguing with me in the summer. No, Dave, we need a calm. We need more goals. I'm like, yeah, if you want to outscore teams 4-3 every week, but you're supposed to keep clean sheets as well, which helps you win games. And I just think at Tottenham, because we're so used to seeing attacking football, not maybe over the last couple of years, that we just completely neglect the defense. Don't look at it, don't highlight it, don't understand how much it's costing us. And today's prime example, this is not on Antonio Conte. This is purely on the back line, because people said, why can't we go and play attacking football?
Yeah.
Done that today, and we still conceded 2 goals. So there's
your when you say it's on, we're doing. It's a good game. We're doing fine. Like we just we are.
But the point is, we're still 2-1 down because of nobody's at the back line. Like we're playing nice football, but we're still losing the game purely because of the back line.
Here's a damning stat here. John Stokes says Leeds have had 4 touches in our box and have scored 2 goals. Nick, we're bringing you in here. We find ourselves down to America's favorite Yank, but I feel like we're going to turn this around against Ted Lasso. I think the 3-2 score predictions are probably well and truly on here, Nick. But what was your assessment of that first half?
Well, we definitely knew there were going to be goals, and there are goals so far. And I think there's another 2. I think there's another 2 in this next half, man. And it possibly both could come from us. The way our attack is put together is fantastic. You know, as much as we talk about the defensive frailties, which they're on display for us game after game after game, but there's a reason we get into these positions too, where we have to, you know, that goal came from a cross, came from a set piece. And I don't think we're getting to the second ball and our accuracy is where it needs to be, you know, across the board, front line, midfield, back line as well. You know, we've seen it come together in a couple of matches earlier this year. We're like, yes, that's the kind of football we want to see, getting to the first ball all the time. You know, I think everybody is a little off the pace, and our back line has no confidence. So we have not, you know, we have no security at all.
Did they feel better on? It feels like this is a weird thing to say. The back line is not nearly as atrocious on the ball, it feels like today, but the defending has actually lost all confidence. Just the ability to make a tackle, the ability to track a run, follow their man. That's what it feels like they're losing right now, Nick. Just the willingness to defend even.
You're talking about all along our right side, is what I'm assuming.
yeah.
Specifically, because
that's
where the lack of confidence is across the board. Hey, even, you know, Perisic, I actually wouldn't say I don't think he's been having his best game as far as accuracy again. What we know he can do. However, he is playing with confidence along the left side, where we cannot say that about Sessegnon, especially when he has been getting into the final third. So I feel we are very, very strong going forward. We got it. They're giving us so much room on our right side too. We have to be getting something out of that. I got to say, man, of course, Richie on the left-hand side, everybody likes it a heck of a lot better, you know, and I like the fact him on the left-hand side also too gives him the opportunity to shoot more. I want to see him shoot more. I want less flick-ons from Richie, more attempts at goal, because something's going to go in. I'm not mad at the 2 attempts that he tried. They may have looked a little bit selfish, but I don't think that he had the options to lay off to anybody in both of those chances, and he made the right decision.
Yeah. Less flicking, more shooting, Richie. Footy Clips Daily also says Royale missed 2 big chances. Don't you forget that. The second, especially, Sean, we actually probably should be level, considering, I mean, Mr. Emerson Royale, not only has he hurt us defensively today, but he definitely missed a sitter. Probably one of the sitters of the season. I think it is the sitter of the season.
Yeah. Apparently there were boos at halftime as well. I don't know.
Should we be 2-2? I mean, I'm just asking you blatantly. I mean, was it that easy of a chance? It probably should be 2-2.
Yeah, it should have been a 2-2. And there was other chances as well. I think we're very much in this game. I think that you can't. It doesn't matter what you do up front with defending like that. But at the same time, like I don't know what. Like I love Dave to pieces, and love the debate and stuff. But I'm not entirely sure when he says that we play on the front foot and we still concede. I think that's proving the point. And Dave's come back in now, so he can answer it. But like to me, I feel like if we're going to concede 2 goals by sitting back, I'd rather concede 2 goals and have the opportunities we've had in the first half. This is for me has been.
Sean, we're missing the point here. Like no manager, unless you're a real bottom team going up against a real Tottenham team, or against a real top team, no manager instructs their players to sit on the edge of their own box for 45 minutes. It's just it's nonsensical. No manager. That's no manager's game plan in world football.
Containing.
Sitting back on the box for 45 minutes, like people are accusing.
Containing or drawing, drawing the thing. That they are tactics that are employed.
We spoke about flexibility at Tar earlier on, and it keeps coming back to Conte. When are we actually just going to sit here and talk about?
No, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this football.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
We've tried different formations, which fans wanted. We tried rotation, which fans wanted. As soon as we do it, people blame Conte, even though they wanted it, right? We play attacking football or whether we play containment football, it does not matter. The defense is the issue here. We can't keep over it. It doesn't matter what style, what system, what way we play. The defense is always going to cost you games. I've been saying this for so long now. Everyone wants to keep going at managers. They went at Jose over our back line because they couldn't keep goals out. They went at, Nuno was fair game. But like Conte now as well, it's like, well, why do we keep going back to Conte? Why can't we sit here and actually just nail Dyer for his fucking mistakes?
He gets his nail in. He gets his nail in.
Still lose the game because of him.
And that's fine.
Set up. So why do we keep going back to Conte all the time?
No, because I'm not going back to Conte. I'm telling you that this is the version of. I'm not. I'm saying this is the version of football.
The opportunity to sit here and say Eric Dyer is a massive problem out there, but you've
said it.
Conte with it again. I've
said it when you went for a wee. I said it doesn't matter what you do up front when you've got defenders like that. I've just said that. You might not have heard me. I've just said it. What I'm telling you is that if we're going to defend badly anyway, I'd rather watch this version of 45 minutes than the previous 8 versions of 45 minutes when we've gone in 2-0 or 1-0 down at halftime, playing off the edge of our box. When you say that there's no tactician, there's no tactic that tells people to sit back, I disagree. I 100% disagree with you. And you can disagree with me.
Sean, but we've heard recently from
Jamie Redknapp also said it the other day.
Listen, Sean, we've heard recently from both Harry Kane and Antonio Conte 2 weeks ago that they don't know why they sit back like that. Nobody's telling them to. And then when they start games in the last few games, Harry Kane has said, quote, I don't know why we keep playing so far in our own half. And not only that, we've heard that from multiple coaches in the last few years.
There is
I'm not telling you that.
There is 100% a difference. You can see it in the wing backs, not the centre backs. You can see it in the wing backs. When the wing backs sit back and put in a bank of 5 versus when they play like they have today and they push more forward, and then when the ball gets hit on the counter, they're caught out. I get it, right? There's more risk. I've said it 1,000 times. There's more risk, but there is one.
3-4-3?
No, because we played this exactly the same thing happened when we played with Nottingham Forest. Exactly the same thing happened when we played in the game before.
But those were all 3-5-2.
Yeah, but those were a different formation.
Yeah,
and without the same players available.
And we haven't been able to play 3-4-3 in the past.
But we're doing it today, and the same thing has happened today. The wing backs are playing further up. That is 100% a tactic. Whether the wing backs are told to sit back or whether the wing backs are told to push up, that is 100% a tactic. Sorry, anyone that tells me it's not, and that it's just down to Emerson or Perisic or Szczesny on whether they spend the first 45 minutes camped like back alongside Eric Dyer or whether they're playing alongside Højbjerg, Bentancur, or sometimes even Harry Kane. That is a tactic. That's not down to them just deciding for themselves during the game.
But when
my point is, over all of it, I would much rather see this where we have 7 chances to score, 5 chances to score, and we're vulnerable at the back, then sit back and have one chance to score, don't take it, and concede 2 goals anyway. I agree with you 1,000,000%, Dave, that the absolute objective, abject honesty is it's clear that the defender's not good enough. But if the defenders are that bad and you can't sit, if you sit back with the wing backs tucked in and you concede 2 goals anyway, then what's the difference?
This is
You
what
might as well go for it.
This is what I'm saying. I think people need to really go back and watch a lot of the games. We don't start like that. Like, we have started games trying to play well. But if you look at simple thing, look at the possession stat from all the first halves. Teams are dominating possession against us because we keep losing the ball. We keep losing the ball. So when the opposition have the possession, they're automatically coming at you. As a team, you automatically end up dropping deeper and deeper and deeper because you keep giving the ball away. You can't play attacking on the front football if you can't keep possession.
I got to get to some super chats here, guys. Azad Hamid here saying, what's the excuse today? We are getting pummeled. Emerson is going to get Conte sacked. How does this guy keep picking him? I'm sick of this. He wants Conte out. Nick, I'm going to give this one to you here. Is Emerson, practically dragging Conte down with him? Is this maybe a chance for Spence to come in? I know we've said this a million times till it's practically gotten boring, but this is honestly one of Emerson's worst performances I think we've seen so far. So does he need to come in and does he need to be taken out, would you say?
Yeah,
is Emerson getting Conte sacked?
I'm afraid I have to play on the safe side, and I would say you got to put in Doherty. Emerson definitely has to come out, and he's doing his best to be sold over the break. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And I actually, man, if there's a surprise coming, I wouldn't be too shocked if we do see Emerson go out the door. Try to bring some other kind of quality in on that side.
Maybe even Doherty and him at the same time. Yeah, you never know. But
he's going to start for at least the first 10, 20 minutes even of the second half, which annoys me to no end. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see Doherty because Conte's not been afraid to make that change recently.
Foggy Foam here, member for 3 months, fan show member. Watching Emerson is a pain. The guy is awful. Him and Dyer. How Dyer let that guy take a shot is beyond me. We need 2 center backs or we are in trouble with this, guys. 2 center backs and a right wing back or play Spence more is what I would say, Foggy Foam. You're absolutely right. And it does sort of feel like at this stage with how poor Emerson has been playing recently, it is sort of kind of dragging Conte with him, I think. And it is sort of reaching a level where as much as Conte is a bit of an Emerson stan, maybe he's going to have to look past it. John Stokes, member for 10 months. Conte haters are Levy FC. Don't really think so there, John, but it's your opinion there, my man, and do appreciate your support. I do feel like we are kind of need to appreciate that people can come at it from more of a middle ground approach where Conte isn't completely infallible, but at the same time, you have to look at maybe some of the things he does get wrong. And for example, this Emerson situation would be a one where I think he is getting it wrong, but I'm completely behind Conte, as you know, John Stokes. And then William Kelly with a really massive and really generous one. And it's good to see you back, William Kelly. He says, to the fans who are calling for Conte's head, you guys haven't a clue who comes next. It will always be the same if you don't back the manager and buy class players. It's simple. Stop persisting with the same average players that fail us. I mean, this is kind of written out of the hymn sheet here for some people. But Nick, what would you say? I mean, it is starting to get to a stage where we do find ourselves in a similar situation to the likes of the Jose days and whatnot, where we are sort of more willing maybe to back the likes of Dyer, etc., than maybe the manager.
I'm going to give you my short answer because we're about to kick off back on that. But I am convinced that Daniel Levy knows that his future, at least for the very near future, couple of years, lies in Antonio Conte and not in Eric Dyer. I'm going to leave it at there. We can come back to that. I'll see you guys.
Love you, Nicky.
Appreciate you, Nick. Love you, my man. Thanks for coming on, brother. William Kelly, I'm keeping the confidence in Conte. I think Conte is not too worried. And let's get this win today, and then there will be even less pressure. But it is scary at this moment in time because if we do lose this today, I mean, they have 3 weeks to be making pressure. They have 3 weeks for the tabloids and the media to be talking about it. It does worry me, my man, but I'm going to be fully behind him. William Kelly, big up, brother. Really appreciate your support as well, my man. And it's good to see you back, and we need you back, William Kelly. Let us know when you can come on a debate show or a fan show, my man. We need you back. We need your wisdom, William.
Jack, is my microphone too noisy?
I think you're okay, Sean.
Okay. I just saw it was super low, and then it was super. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's going on. Great debate, though. Great debate at halftime. I feel like the second half started a little bit quick. I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
come
yeah.
around
Anything
very
to say to
quickly.
William Kelly here, Davo? You want me to
Um,
read it aloud again?
No, I got it. Look, I do think. Look, I think Nick's quote as he ended off there was brilliant. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, me, if I was the owner of the football club, I'd more put my future in Conte's hands than I would Eric Dyer's hands. Look, that's just my personal opinion. That's how I see football. I respect everybody else that sees it completely different to me. But for me, I've said this time and time again, you rotate that back three, William, or you get better defenders in here. Not only will I think the pressure will come off the owners, but I also think we'll see that it's not always the manager's fault. Like, the point being is, right, we've sacked Jose Mourinho, backed our defense. We sacked Nuno, backed our defense. Now are we going to sack another manager and back the same guys again? Or do you actually try that and stick with Conte and see what happens?
I'm sorry, but Emerson.
That ball was just fucking useless.
Emerson did the same thing last week, and I'm just waiting for people to do the same to Dyer because that's the exact same ball Emerson just played last week.
Dave, I don't think anybody disagrees with you, mate, about the defense. I don't know if anyone, whether you're Conte in, Conte out, Levy out.
Agree with me for so long.
Really? Okay. Well, if they're doing that, if they're still doing it, and that's back to flexibility of thought. If people are entrenched in their opinions because they remember the Eric Dyer from last season, then you know what? Then they're belligerent and they're stubborn and they're not allowing fresh information. You know, interrupt their stubbornness, right? And that's silly. To me, I 100% agree with everything you're saying. 100% agree. But I still don't think it changes the fact that there is a difference between instructing your fullbacks to sit back or instructing them to move forward. And today we've asked them to push a little bit more forward. And there's vulnerabilities, there's additional risk, but there's additional risk to the Leeds as well in taking that stance.
Even against Leicester, like
I prefer.
Oh, sorry, go on. Sorry, my bad.
No, I'm just saying. I just think that this version of Tottenham. I know we're still 2-1 down, so at the moment it doesn't matter either way. You lose. But I'd rather see this version than the version we've seen for the last 8 games.
Let me just ask you this, just quickly on that point. Do you think we've been so much better on the ball today than what we have been in recent weeks?
Yeah. I think we look very classy. I think Bentancur's been. I think everybody apart from Emerson, Dyer, and Lloris has looked very good this afternoon.
Yeah, I would agree.
I revert back to recent weeks in the possession.
I think that's
been
the case in other games too, though, where other players have looked actually brilliant. While Dyer, Davies, or not Dyer. Yeah, like the other week where Basuma had a brilliant performance against Liverpool, being an example. Like he was brilliant.
Don't get me wrong. Right, Conte will.
I like the game against Liverpool, Jack. I thought we were good against Liverpool.
But that was what we're trying to say, Sean. Maybe that's an example of like where actually a lot of players played pretty well on that day, and then it just came down to those individual.
But the wing backs on that day were pushed further forward as well. That was the game I was forgetting that we were uncovered. We come unstuck because
Leicester as well.
Yeah, but we came unstuck against 2 goals from Salah in a game where Sessegnon and whoever it was on the right, I think it was Emerson, was pushed further up the pitch. And of course, you're more vulnerable. I take that. That's the risk you take. I like risk on people.
Yeah.
You know?
Good debate from you both, and I appreciate the fact that despite the disagreement, despite the differences, you guys didn't call each other moot stones or anything like that. Any sort of nasty words like that. So.
No, I love Dave. Dave's one of my best mates in the community. So
you guys didn't resort to violence and calling each other moot stones. So
let's go. Sean always have arguments, even when he was doing his Thursday show before the internet fucked them over. Like, we were always having arguments and stuff like that. Like, but this is what I keep saying to people. I think it's important that you bring people to the table. Yeah, you can have passion and you can back yourself in the argument and all. But it's about not letting it go over the top because otherwise nothing gets resolved. So, but what I will say is just quickly after this game, obviously we'll go through our initial thoughts on the game and stuff like that, Jack. But if you go into the pre-match build-up and scroll right down, I've put questions in there for after the game that maybe once we've talked about the game and stuff like that, that maybe we can talk about Conte's contract situation, what we need to do in January, what's priority and shit like that.
Davies!
What an effort!
Get him!
Wow!
Oh my God!
My screen froze.
seen the
What a
goal.
hit.
Ben Davies, Harry Kane, Kulu has a shot or squares it to Harry Kane. It's blocked on the line. It comes out to Ben Davies. He hits it that hard. Even the goalkeeper got a touch on it and could not keep it out. Look at the power on this effort here, guys.
Kulusevski again.
Saved off the
again.
line by Christensen, and he couldn't even save that one. He was fumbling over after saving the first one. He can't even see straight after saving the first one, and he lets it through.
What an effort.
What happened?
Look at
the
Christensen.
power.
Oh, Dave, it was almost like it was an RKO. He just shot it and he knocked him over with it. It was almost like that old Mario Strikers, Dave. It was like Mario Strikers. He took him out.
Let's go, Tottenham! We're back on!
Dave, he thunderbolt, says Ribsy. I mean, he threw him into the goal with him. I mean, it should be 2 points. It should be 2 points. It should be because Christensen fell into the goal with the ball. That should be an and one or something. I don't know. Just something about that. Brilliant.
And also, just quick shout out to Emerson Royale for their forethought to put the quick throw in. Not that it makes up for anything in the first half, but still very important little quick moment of thought.
Very much appreciated by King Hoddle and I, Sean. Thank you very much. We appreciate that shout out. We always love a little bit of praise there. Light work member for 7 months. Flat Cap member. People saying Conte out. Don't understand. Deadwood. Well, this Deadwood is going to need to keep us in it here. No more conceding goals here. Light work, no more. And we've given away a foul already.
Do you know what?
This game has got 2 or 3 more goals in it.
Do you know what? I might start looking at Ben Davies a little bit.
I just think in comparison, Steady Eddie, it's just
category as Dyer and Sanchez, Doherty.
It's just unfair.
Anymore.
I think it's starting to become unfair because you look at how much worse each game Dyer has gotten. I think he's gotten worse each game. Whereas, like, you can't say that with Davies. Definitely can't say. You can't say Davies.
We've got to put Davies in the long lay category.
Yeah.
You've got Romero at the top, and you've got the long lay Davies category, and then you've got the Sanchez Dyer category below that.
Sean. That's a good way to put it. That's
a promotion for Ben Davies out of the bottom tier defenders.
I can't put him in that category.
Emerson. Oh.
No, win that. Somebody.
Oh my God! You catch the ball, Hugo.
Bringing that far out.
Win that, Richie.
Oh, well done, Richie. Throwing his body into it.
Oh, what's he giving that for? The referee, that's soft.
I feel like that's not fouling anyone.
Well, I can't believe the power Davies hit that way. He hit it that hard. The defender and the goalkeeper couldn't keep it out between.
Dark Sun G is saying Davies has been saving our skin so far this season. Come on, you Spurs. What was that game where he also scored from a set piece? Yeah, from a corner.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, he's been saving our skin this season, says Dark Sun G.
No, it's
in Bentancur and Højbjerg, maybe kind of been the guys saving our skin this season.
What a game!
DB comes in. He says, "Conte in now."
Oh
no! Christensen.
Perisic gets absolutely just completely out positioned there. That's poor from him.
Just quickly as well, William, if you're watching, hopefully you and Luke are doing well, my man. Let me know how you've got on with your wooden cockerel as well, my man. Big up. Come on, Tottenham. Let's go and get the winner. Let's go and get 3 and 4 here.
Matt Doherty is sending love from Ethiopia.
Who?
Matt Doherty is apparently out in Ethiopia sending love. Pick up Matt Doherty. Don't know what you're doing there.
Get there, Eric! Get there, Eric!
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Get up and get some urgency to get back. Why is he sitting on the ground still? Where's the urgency?
Because he's going to the World Cup.
Look at him. Jogging back. Fucking hell. Get up off the ground quicker, Moonhead.
Oh, get out there.
Get out.
Fucking Christensen. Oh, he's angry.
Is that not concerning? Is that
he's
just
an angry elf?
Concerning how slow he was to get up and get back there?
Look at him. He's knackered. He's on his hands are on his knees. He's
not
knackered.
About the World Cup. He doesn't even deserve to be there. Honestly,
I've never seen a player
that makes 6 mistakes in a season. Now 7 actually, maybe 8, and gets picked to go to the World Cup. It's madness.
The only thing I'll say in his defense, not that I'm defending him generally, because I understand where you're coming from, but in the games where he's made an absolute calamity, he usually rallies to put in a decent shift after he makes a massive mistake. Today, though, thus far, not yet.
I get what you're saying, and yeah, look, it's harder to get going again after a mistake than it is easier to crumble.
Yeah,
but just don't make the mistake.
Oh, that's good football.
You know,
No, I hear you, mate. I hear you. I just think his confidence is rock bottom as a player. Everything. Oh no, what is that? Who's that? Bentancur. Fucking hell! Come on, Bench. You're better than that, son.
Well done. Oh, referee.
Nah, that's fine. It's for a fair free kick. Slow it down. What a game, Dave. What a game, bro.
Can we just do it easy for once, though, please? Like, we're all stressed out.
This is the last half an hour of football, though, for Tottenham before it's a yellow card anyway. Oh, fuck off. It's not a yellow card offence, you prick.
I just want us to do it for easy for once, Sean. I can't keep being down here, up here, down here, up here.
I know, yeah. Just like when Newcastle went to Southampton 2 weeks ago and won 4-1 or 5-1, whatever it was. It's just so easy.
Sanchez coming on.
Oh, Jesus.
Eric
What?
Dyer. Oh, no, it's Longlay's off.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
This is not good. Did something happen?
If we lose this now, I blame Conte for this substitution.
What's that about? Is that injury? Can anyone who's got access to... Oh, there's no commentary, is there, for people?
Useless.
Emerson being taken off.
I can understand that one. And look, the only excuse I give Conte for
Wish it was
Sanchez
Spence, though.
is that if Langley is injured. If he's not, he's got it wrong.
I wish it was Spence.
Well, I guess what they're doing is, because if you take Dyer off... Oh, no, you could have put Sanchez straight on at right side. They're taking off Longley and putting Dyer in the middle, and then making Sanchez take on the Somerville threat. Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, actually.
Longley must be injured, lads. That's not good.
Yeah, he looked like he was semi-limping as he was running off.
Someone, if you could find out or put it in the comments, let us know if Langley is injured, because that will it'll influence my decision on the substitution.
Now we're back to Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and Davies.
Bentancur is out for the Boxing Day clash against Brentford, by the way. That
Neil
yellow card.
says he is injured, Langley.
Is he? I know, yeah. Bentancur's now out against Brentford. After Brentford's game today, that would be a big miss for us. Hopefully, Basuma
He's
can...
going to be a huge loss in the middle. Basuma going to the World Cup?
I don't know. I don't know what country he plays for. I'm not sure. What country does he play for?
I'm not sure. Jack, do you know?
Is it the Ivory Coast? No, it's Mali, isn't it? He plays for Mali, I think.
Yeah, no, he's not going to the World Cup. Sanchez is already given a free kick. I mean, let's be honest, lads. Whatever idiot we play at right-sided center back, he's giving away the same free kicks. He's going to be giving away the same type of goals. It's just no different than moon boots already. It's no different.
It's just shocking.
To be fair, it's great play from Somerville. Like, he's a really good player.
No,
Do you think
he is
Sanchez
a great player, Sean. He is a great player, but I'm not going to I'm just I'm not going to give any sort of
we're not giving it.
Sanchez, I'm not kidding, Sean. I mean, we've been doing these watch along and you've been here. I think Sanchez actually hasn't made a tackle. He's just missed every tackle he's made.
Not only that, look at the first goal Forrest scored last week. Exact same mistake he made.
I know.
It's
like, I feel like maybe I spend too much time pointing out little bits where we can find some reason to think he's not guilty.
No, it's just once we get these idiots out, we will. It's just
two centre backs in January, and we're a different team.
I hope. Well, if we can get them.
I'd rather play the under-23s at this stage. I'm just losing
There's
it.
a lot of space for this left footer if he takes this around that wall. A lot of space.
Who is that?
I feel like Hugo too has to be disciplined here. He could try to bend it. He could go near post.
He scored a screamer last week.
Greenwood, I think his name is.
He scored a screamer last week from the edge of the box, actually, believe it or not.
Don't say that.
He did. I'm just telling you, he did.
Look at Richarlison having tussles with that guy with the long hair.
They're gonna. I wonder what he's gonna go right-footed.
Oh, it's a good one. Oh,
nice.
Right, take your time. Let's build a nice attack here. Let's
go, Tottenham. Come on, Tottenham! Come on! Just do it now. We've got Doherty and Kulusevski. Our lead's going to pivot and recognise that that's a different level of threat down the right-hand side.
Oh, I hope so.
There'll be a lot of, if they don't, there'll be a lot of space for those two to do their little triangles and stuff. Where's Lloris going? Down the left. Oh, no!
That's suicidal. If you're going to deliver that pass, you've just got to give it to him easy.
Such a bad pass. Come on, let's not sit in now. Come on, get the fucking ball back.
Doherty, get out closer.
Come on, Dockers. Come on, Dockers.
Why do we keep letting them inside every time?
Because he's so tricky. He's tricky little bastard. Tricky little bastard, that guy.
Don't foul Sanchez.
Oh my lord.
He's so makes me so nervous.
Ropey. He's so ropey with him there, isn't it?
He just throws legs everywhere. He thinks he's in a nightclub.
Thinks it's a kickboxing
Pole dancer.
competition.
That's what Leah says. Yeah, the pole dancer. The pole dancer.
Look at the Leeds fans.
Doing the cha-cha slide.
Dave, it's what's that old Dance Revolution is some of the steps he
Oh.
takes.
like
He's
that.
trying to tap the right square. Oh Lord.
Doing the can in the box there. Can you do the can? Clear it. No. Oh. Go on.
Oh, let's get it down, get down.
Go on,
Yeah,
Kulu.
time there.
Go on. Put the pressure on, kid. We're looking a bit tired.
It's a good stream today, Jack. There's been very few struggles.
Good to hear. Good to hear, Shawnee.
That's well done, Dave.
Oh, well done. Let's go. Let's go.
You don't need 15 touches.
Come on, lead boots. Let's go.
Of course he does. Pass responsibility to Hugo, who also can't pass a football.
Yeah, that's what I also get frustrated with is they do kind of put
He had so much time there.
they give so much time. They always love to give it back to Hugo, who's worse than them on the ball.
Let's go.
Look, he's begging Bentancur. Please drop him 5 yards beside me. Out to Sanchez. Oh, he's left short there.
Ah! No, we'll take the throw in from 25 yards further up the pitch.
Our attacking attempt this half has completely been nullified. Davies.
Do you think this is part of like that whole people say, oh, we spend the first half conserving energy, second half we go for it? Do you think they've reversed it? First half we went for it, now they're all tired.
No, it's just Hugo pumping
That's
long
hilarious.
balls. This half has just been Hugo pumping long balls, so we can do this half.
Oh, great
Let's
ball
go!
from Rich!
Kulu!
Oh!
What a ball from Richie.
Yeah, what a ball in behind.
Split like 4 players there with that ball. Look at this pass by Richie. They're like 4
That's
Leeds
beautiful. What a
players
run
there.
by Kulu as well. That's beautiful play.
Wow.
Kulu's
A bit more-
playing through the middle now.
Nah, he just made maybe
Kulu's got to be man of the match so far. He's been so
What a
good.
block from Harry Kale from
wow.
Harry.
What a hit
what
from
an effort
Davies.
by Ben Davies.
Was it a
Look at
first time hit? It was a first time hit as well.
Christensen, he can barely see straight, and then he just gets knocked into the goal with it. It's
On
absolutely
the half volley.
Defender
on the
gets
half
knocked
volley.
down by the power of it. Gets
Mate,
knocked back.
There'll be plenty of strikers that would have hit that on the half volley and have gone fucking into orbit.
100% that. There'd be plenty of players that hit that, and it'd be going past your house right now, Sean.
Yeah. Maybe it might hit my Wi-Fi back into gear.
a great tackle from Davies.
He's had a very good game. He's got to be up there. For
He's just like we said, he's just so much more of a steady Eddie in comparison. It's just I just appreciate how much I'm now starting to appreciate that he's just boring in comparison, but at least I'll take boring instead of ropey.
That's the thing, though. I would take boring, but solid defensively. I'll accept
it.
that. That's how bad it is.
No, he's contributing in games,
That was a great way you put it, Dave. Yeah, we'll take boring as long as it's not just swinging legs out like Sanchez and Dyer.
Costly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
As long as they're not costing us goals.
Give us 100 million, Daniel Levy, 150 million. Go and spend. Imagine if you could just go to Leipzig and go.
Oh,
how much
Boots misses it.
No. Oh, well done. Well done, Eric Dyer. Well done, son.
Oh, go on,
Well
Kulu.
done, Kulu. Once again, he's so good.
Oh,
my God. Oh,
Can't do it.
that was
Gareth
almost
Bale
so good.
esque. Look at that camera angle as well.
Yeah, shout out to the cameraman.
He's got to be up there for man of the match today as well. Kulu and Davies.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
He's been phenomenal today, Kulu. Every time he gets the ball, he just excites you. He just does something.
Just imagine though if Daniel Levy woke up on the right side of bed one morning and then just phoned up Leipzig and said, "Listen, I know you're dealing with Chelsea right now, but how much are they thinking about paying you? Is it 80? How about if I just drop you 100 million? Can we have Josko Gvardiol, please? And can we have him today? It'll be so fucking good." February the 1st.
How's Sanchez not winning that?
Out. That's out. That's out. Thank you.
Sean, that's never going to happen with Daniel Levy.
No, I know. I'm dream world scenario.
If he'd done that, there goes Christmas as well.
All right, but look, that Indica fella from Frankfurt, he's out of contract at the end of the summer. He's 22. He could be our left-sided centre back for the next 10 years if we go and
Yeah, you would.
go and pay
Massive
25,
as well.
30 million. Go and give them 20 million, 25 million or whatever. Say, let's get it done right now because you're going to lose him for free in 6 months anyway.
Basuma coming into the fray. I think it's a right change. I think between Højbjerg and Bentancur, they look tired.
Yeah. Fucking Kulusevski's winning absolutely everything.
Yeah. Well done, McCarthy.
Højbjerg?
Ben Davies. Or was that Højbjerg?
The great news is that Kulusevski is 23 years old and he loves playing for Tottenham. He said
he does.
I love it. I love it at Tottenham. I'm happy. He could be our right
time and space here. Skin of my son.
Go on.
Oh, beautiful ball back
post.
post.
Corner.
Okay.
Come on, Tottenham!
Come on. This is the chance. This is it. Come on. This is it. Let's go.
That was decent from Perry.
Oh, that was going back across the box as well.
Let's go. Let's do one for Gianni Villa.
Delivery 8 corners to 2 so far for Tottenham. We've been all over them.
Assist for Perry right now. And post! Oh, what a save! Oh, what a touch from Meslier.
What a touch. Let that go out. Well done.
Ninth time as a charm.
He was so free. Is Harry Kane going to take this?
Harry Kane's taking the corner. No.
Get in the box, kid.
Back to the England days.
You see it now. Davison Sanchez getting up. Boom.
Yeah, I could see a
Ben
Sanchez
Davies.
header.
It's the Benson call.
This is when Sanchez is at his best, furthest from his own box.
Another good ball. Ooh. Back to Perry.
Nice.
Well done, Dockers. Come on, Højbjerg.
Back to the reach.
Oh,
my
Christ.
I just don't even think that was
We're
well
just
done
capable
between
of
either
this.
of them.
We are
I
just
don't even think-
capable.
That wasn't
It's
even good
What
between
the
either.
fuck was that, Pierre
That's
Emil
so
Højbjerg?
bad.
What on earth was
We're
that?
just capable of this shit, man.
He wasn't even under any pressure.
Yeah, exactly. We've gone from their box to our box. We're not even under pressure.
Basuma coming in for Richie. We're switching to a 3-5-2.
It's a strange one. Pick the bones out of that one, Jack, for me.
It's interesting, Sean. It certainly is. I think we're going to
That's
maybe...
the second half for Charlison. Could have brought on Gil, though.
I think I would have taken off. Maybe would have taken off a Højbjerg or a Bentancur maybe
I would
for
have said
Basuma.
Højbjerg this half. I think he looks tired, Højbjerg.
Yeah, I would have taken off Højbjerg maybe.
I'm okay with it, but let's walk it through. So it's Kulu and Kane up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kulu and Kane up front. Perhaps Perisic maybe making more of an effort.
It
Maybe,
might
yeah.
work.
Oh, that might be it. That might. Oh no, because who would go left wing back? No, that's not going to happen.
Ben
Well,
Davies,
no one. Well, they'll just maybe he just has to make more of an effort. Push higher up, Sean, like you said
Maybe we've
before.
gone forward
Like you
back
said,
then.
the instructions
we might
for
have
the
gone
wing backs would be
4-3-3.
higher up.
Yeah, we might have gone
Well,
4-3-3.
4-3-3 with Ben Davies
Yeah,
at the left.
that could be true. Yeah, that could be true. Emerson
Interesting.
or
Yeah.
Doherty pulled down to fullback. Yeah.
Don't hate that. Don't hate that at all. 4-3-3 could work. Yeah, Ben Davies.
Probably a lot easier. Maybe Højbjerg and Bentancur can push a lot higher now. Too.
Yeah, it does look like we've gone forward at the back.
We're just gonna have Basuma roam around here, keep those Leeds guys busy.
4-3-3, huh? Interesting. Tell you who like that, old Sava. He's been begging for 4-3-3 for a long time.
Might have been. We'll see how it gets on. I'm a bit skeptical. I can understand how it'll help us going forward. Just not
Yeah,
sure.
it's massive risk, massive amounts of risk. Ben Davies but we haven't really faced too many challenges down our left. Everything's been down our right or their left, right to where we are right now. So
that's it, man, Darty. That's better.
Oh,
No, it's too easy.
Rodrigo sprays it out wide to Christensen. Greenwood.
On you go. Now move it quickly.
oh my god.
Great ball.
It's a good ball.
It's
good. He's so
Safe.
good.
Hey, let's go
Kulusevski.
again.
Do it again. Let's go, Kulu.
Sir!
Ah,
Keep going. Keep playing on. Oh, no, don't. Give it to us.
fuck that. I'll go for a wee.
Sean can't contain his excitement. This is a frustrating second half, Jackal. The end-to-end this out of the game is gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say all the excitement has been taken away this game. Perhaps I could see us scoring from a set piece.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a winner here for us. I definitely think so. Second half, though, we have struggled to keep the ball and progress it going forward. Like Richarlison got taken off. He barely touched the ball in this half.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like, was that in the second half that he played that through ball and behind?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was his only real moment there.
Bad ball.
Oh, Basuma. Poor first touch.
Win that.
Oh, win it. Somebody win it. How are we not winning that? Oh.
That's our troll. Well done. That's good pressure by Tottenham.
Pressure.
Come on. Come on, Tottenham. Ben Davies, Perisic, Mr. Hot Sauce himself, wins the throw-in. Back to Moon Boots.
Oh, that touch was sketchy.
Well done, Basuma. This
Nice.
is beautiful football.
Nice, Perisic. Nice.
Højbjerg.
Nice, Højbjerg. Or Kulu. Sanchez making a run. Doherty cuts inside. Doherty finds Kulusevski.
Get running. Oh. Well done. Moon Boots. It's good bit of pressure and leads half by Tottenham. Bentancur. Oh, shit pass. He's giving away a couple this half now. He's starting to frustrate me a little. It's 3 or 4.
Nice. Sees it out, though. Works hard and gets it back. Falling behind. Kulu, get there. Oh. Meslier didn't know whether to come out or not. Had a bit of a Hugo moment.
Have I missed much?
No, nothing at all.
There's the man, Daniel Levy. He's put on a bit of weight, hasn't he, old Daniel? He's got a bit of a double chin going on there. Yeah, I've had a few pounds.
Come on, Tottenham. We just need to create one more chance. Somerville.
Such a good player.
He's had a good game for them today.
Yeah.
He's just direct on the ball, isn't he? He just picks it up and goes at people.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like Jamaican or something?
No, I think he's Dutch.
So
he's probably I think it's Surinamese, maybe. But he's Dutch. I think he's Dutch national.
You know what? Fair play to the kid. He's took his chance. There's a documentary docu-series on Prime TV about the Leeds Academy, and he was in it, and it was nice to see him sitting there talking about him wanting the chance and everything else, and then him getting it this season.
They've given him that. I'll repeat it again. They've given him the number 10, which just only speaks to his ability.
Close him down, Doherty. Stop backing off. Jesus Christ.
Robbie King used to have that, didn't he?
Yeah, number 10, yeah. Oh, it's a ball out wide. Don't let them swing it in. Go on, Kulu. We're just getting passed around.
Oh, handball.
Handball. Come on, ref.
Greenwood whips it in. Get rid, Matt.
Hold on, Matt. Nice.
Go on, win that again. Unlucky.
We don't have that right winger there.
Oh, so have we figured out? Are we 4-3-3 or are we 3-5-2?
I think it's like 3-5-2 defensively, but maybe 4-3-3 going forward.
Yeah, look, Perisic is still out there. Oh,
don't foul.
Hey, let's go. Come on, Tottenham, let's go.
Perisic has gotten further forward than Doherty has, but it seems like defensively they make it still a back five.
Jesse Marsh telling his team to stay pressed up high. He reckons there's going to be joy here for them.
I can respect that.
Come on, we need to get the ball into one of the forward areas. Jesus Christ.
I don't like the move to the 3-5-2, I'll be honest so far. But maybe
you cannot progress the ball into the forward areas this half.
Maybe he couldn't play Richie 90 minutes, but he could have thrown on Hill.
Well, you can still pivot again. Maybe he wanted to contain for this 15 minutes, and then the last,
right, Sean? Yeah,
last
right.
10,
maybe
last
throw
5,
on Hill.
84th minute, you throw on Brian Hill, take off. Bentancur or Højbjerg. Højbjerg's had a fairly quiet game, hasn't he?
Oh, whoa, sir!
Oh, ref, what are you talking about, bro?
Oh,
No shots!
Sanchez here.
Don't you dare! Oh,
No. Oh my
That's
God.
so bad from Hugo Lloris, by the way. That is so fucking bad.
That's shocking. That's just shocking.
Oh,
so many levels.
Fucking Christ.
Far better look at that as a free kick, by the way. You can't take Bentancur out like that after he's moving past the ball onwards. All the Leeds players down with their fans. Spurs players surrounding the referee. Do the right decision for once, Far. Please, for fuck's sake. He's made them. He's moved the ball on.
It's got to be a foul.
And Kulusevski
please.
means Bentancur would have been that's shit by Sanchez as well. But
shit by the Reece.
It's poor from Hugo. Hugo knows it as well.
That's a free kick.
I don't think it is a free kick,
I don't know if it is. Hugo knows it, I think, too, Sean. He gets up slowly after.
Can we see the fucking foul, please? Or the potential foul?
What?
Oh, come on, Hugo. He's off balance.
He's got to do better as well. He's way too far to his near post as well.
Fuck's sake.
His football club, man.
Don't be fucking running like Raheem Sterling.
No, not giving.
Oh, they haven't even fucking looked at it. They haven't even looked at it.
I don't know if it was, lads. I really don't.
They haven't even looked at it close up, though. Like, when are they ever going to look at it? When are they ever going to show to us to give us the view to see whether or not
they won't? Apparently, they can actually dictate to the broadcasters what replays are showed and what aren't. They'll only show the replays if they're looking at it, basically.
You know, if it was the other way around, they'd be showing that 4
times. Of course they would, lad. I fully agree with you. Oh, good play. Come on.
Come on. I still think we can win this game, you know. Weird.
That's so crushing. Sanchez.
Yeah, crushing.
Oh, fuck's sake. Who was that? Suma. Why are you doing that, bro?
Selfish, too. Selfish.
You know, I signed up for Football Manager.
Can't help but think Lloris should have saved that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's poor marking from Sanchez and poor keeping from Hugo. It's a really hard finish. Like, that takes a lot to finish.
It's a good finish. A great finish.
But then you ask questions of the goalkeeper. Then it's kind of like, if it really is that difficult to finish that, then was it that great of a finish? I think he had a good hit about it, but I agree, Sean. He looked off balance, and we saw the saves from Forster yesterday. I don't know. Think to yourself too.
Yeah.
I don't know if even Hugo has he made an impressive save today that's kept us in it? Because even there was that moment where Somerville was in behind. He made that one-on-one with Somerville, but I don't even know if he let us out of that. I think he made it a lot harder on himself.
Fraser Forster says that.
It's bad. Sad to say.
We've got major problems. Major problems at the back. Sofa score. Let me look. Tottenham versus.
Take it down. Go on,
nice,
Basuma.
Basuma. Drive, Højbjerg. Get in the box, Højbjerg.
They've had 5 shots on target, 2 shots. 5 shots on, 2 shots. No, sorry. 12 shots they've had in total. 5 blocked, 5 on, 2 off. So the 3 of the 5 have been goals. I can remember the other one that he came out too sloppy for, and then made the good save in the end, but didn't need to in the first place if he. I can't remember the other.
That was Somerville.
John Stokes had a good stat that also spoke to the defending, where he said, wasn't it? They had 2 goals and 4 touches in our box.
Yeah.
And it's not like they've completely, I don't know, it's not like they've only counterattacked Leeds. So it just speaks to the fact that it's been, once they get in the box, it's so easy for them.
Oh dear. Come on, Tottenham. Let's go. I still believe.
We need to score sooner rather than later.
Gooner in the chat with a super chat. City losing. Arsenal are on for the league. Oh, Sanchez. Bentancur. Get it!
Let's go!
Come on, Bent.
Come on,
let's go!
4-3 score prediction on, boys.
Yeah, fucking hell, Dave.
3-2 was on. 4-3 was on.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, Benteke. Come on, let's go. What ball in by Doherty? That's delicious, by the way.
I had money on every fucking high goal scoring
They
scoreline.
get a
apart from
deflection.
4-3. I had money on 4-2, on 3-1, on 3-2. I didn't choose 4-3.
Really shows we have no problem scoring goals this game.
Just no problem scoring goals whatsoever. We love goals. You can't keep them out. Come on, last 10 minutes.
Come
Let's
on,
try
boys. Level. And not anybody's game now. 10 minutes. Take it, boys. Take it. Put on Hill, I would say, Sean. Put on Hill. Get him
Come
on.
on, Bentekers. Come on, he's popping up with goals lately. Out to
Let's
Matt.
go, let's go, Matt. Let's go, Doherty. It's Tottenham's to win. It's anyone's to win, to be honest.
Oh, what a saucy
Good
pass.
Perisic.
Skin of my son. Skin of my son.
Right-footed cross. It's too
Good
predictable.
reading by good defending.
Cutting on the right.
I think you're right. I think Brian Hill, but I don't know who you bring him on for.
Maybe
Højbjerg,
Højbjerg. Yeah.
Yeah. Højbjerg, yeah. Or you take off Perisic.
Yeah, you
Maybe.
could take out Perisic.
Sanchez, great ball to Kulu. Come on, Kulu. Come on, kid.
Oh,
Someone help him. Someone get over there and give him an option. Matt Doherty. Hopeless.
No need. No need, Matt.
Back to you,
I
go
wish
on
I
the
had
ground.
the,
Back to you, go on.
Be careful, Moonhead.
Nick, if you're watching, is there any chance that you can put the commentary on so I can then just have it on really low on my earphones so I can hear the noise? Is that possible?
I think you can unmute it. Oh yeah, no, I get what you mean. Yeah, no. Jack, I don't know. Jack, is that possible?
Whoever's got the...
If Nick is hearing, yeah, he can do it.
It's a good ball.
let's go! Let's go!
Oh, what a touch!
Yeah! Wow!
Let's have it! Come on!
Oh my God!
Come on, Come on, Chile! Come
Holy
on!
shit! Bentancur and Kulusevski!
Oh, what play! Sanchez picks up the ball. Great. Oh, what play by him by Kane. Kulu pulls it back.
What a
Stinks
touch
his
from
man.
Kulusevski there. What a touch.
Fucking play!
What a play!
Oh, boy! Come on! Fucking
my God!
Oh!
We deserve it. 4-3. I told you before the game there's goals today. 4-3. Come on, Tottenham!
Oh my God! Oh my God! Come on! This is what I want to see!
Oh.
Oh, see
What
out.
a
Don't
goal.
be defensive clowns. Just see this out.
After only
Do
just
this.
equalizing as well,
Like this, everyone.
Bentancur. After only how many minutes in between those goals?
Like 2, if even.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Jackie is so good to have Kulusevski back. I mean, look how many goals we can score. Look how many goals we can score. This is even without Son. This is what. Imagine if we had Sonny. I mean, it'd just be destruction here. Just so great. Oh, what a tackle from Bentancur. Elite midfield. Ah!
out. He's absolutely balling to Matt Doherty.
Oh,
Oh,
clumsy.
okay.
Wins it back.
Who's got the assist today, Shawnee? Can you pull up stats? See who's got the assist.
Oh, what a tackle from
Let's go,
Sanchez.
That's right, Kulu. Give it to Kane. Kane. Greedy.
Not ball stuck under his feet.
Can you get the assist up, Shawnee?
Yeah, I'm going to get it up now. One second.
Time. That's it. Slow it down now. We don't need to go gung-ho. Keep ball.
And Dark Sun G, Bentancur is such a bargain for such a world-class player. I mean, it's Paratici, and they tried to put shit on his name. Another player they tried to put shit on Paratici's name for, Dark Sun G. Why can't we just accept the Don and let him do his work? He'll bring us more Bentancur's, Dark Sun G. Adrian Chia saying, how is this script for you lads? Are you not entertained? Come on, you Spurs.
Yes,
What a script Adrian's written today, Sean. What a script.
Someone puts in there, who put in that comment where it says sexy football can only be played with Kulu. Spot on.
Yeah,
Spot
absolutely right. And
It's
Sean,
absolutely
thoughts
insane.
on this script from Adrian? It seemed like maybe you had an inside scoop, Sean. It seemed like you maybe knew this was happening. Perhaps he gave it to you ahead of time.
Listen, I this is everything I've been dreaming of to see again. It's been fucking brilliant. It's been a brilliant game. I don't know if you guys have got the noise coming in.
No.
Nick, you couldn't have picked a better time to drop that crowd noise in. It's deafening at the stadium right now. It's absolutely.
I hope this stays 4-3 because I predicted this before the game. I really do. I should. Do you know what? I should have listened to Kuva. I should have put money on it. I should have put money on it.
Everybody get back. Look at Aronson. Well done, Ben Davies.
Well done, Ben Davies.
Yes, Basuma. Get him off. He has to be off by now. How many challenges has he done like that? He has to be off. Thank you.
Na, 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 na. Hey, goodbye. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hey, goodbye. Come on. Leeds down to 10 there. Let's have it. I'm loving life today.
I don't have the assist data, mate. I can see that. No, they're showing me the assists for the Leeds goals.
Okay.
They're not showing me the assists for the Ben Davies assist. I can't. You know what, man? I will figure it out later. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out after. But Adrian Chia, loving this. Dark on G as well. He put one in as well. Loving it, guys. Absolutely loving it. Come on. I hope it's there. I'm raging. I'm actually raging. If this stays 4-3, I could have made myself like 160 quid today. I'm sick.
Yeah, it was good. There was good odds on it. It was great odds. There was, and I put money on every other fucking.
Said it was 861.
What was it?
4 threes. Yeah, whoever put the 4 threes. Dave,
no, it was not. It was no way. It was 86-1 because 3-2 was only 12-1. There's no way that would be 86-1.
He said this morning when he checked it was 86-1 when I said 4-3. Maybe it wasn't.
Really? No, I'll be surprised. I'll be very surprised.
I would trust you though, Shawnee. You like a bet.
I could be wrong, but if it was, I would have put money on it. I didn't because anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Could have made money today. I'm raging.
Yeah, Dave, I was gonna say. I mean, Kuva even told you to as well. No.
Yeah,
excuses.
I know. I'm such a dope. I'm such a dope. Oh, come on, just see this out, Tottenham, please.
Eddie Gonzalez, Tyler Adams said, "I have a plane to catch."
Fuck the plane. Get a plane tomorrow, bro. Hang around. We got a party.
Chris S says with the super chat, he says, my poor heart. Honestly, mine can't take it. Sean's can't take it. Jack's on the verge of a breakdown. Nick is on the verge of choking on his chicken wings that he was eating there during the game. You know, we can't take it, my man. It's just, honestly, this is what I was saying to Sean. I think Jacko went to grab himself a nice craft beer. I was saying to Shawnee that, I mean, can we just do it easy for once? Just for once, do it easy.
This has been brilliant, though. This, to me, is what watching Tottenham's all about. You win some, you lose some. This game could have gone, maybe still can go either way, but I'd much rather witness this stuff. And look, it's not about constant. Forget about all that other crap.
Forget about that today. Enjoy
Forget about all that shit. Yeah, forget about that shit. I'm just saying, the way we play football today, for me, Kulusevski's coming off. Well done, sir.
Well done. What a game. Everyone.
Unbelievable.
But guys, just quickly, actually, I just have to speak to the missus because she's just come in the door. But give me 1 minute. I just want to put up the match poll. Ben Davies and Kulu are in there for sure. Bentancur, you're going to have to.
Bentancur's got to be in there, and then I guess Harry Kane's had a good game as well. To be honest, I think.
Yeah. Okay, Jack. Any suggestions?
Bentancur has been mentioned. Kulusevski has to be mentioned. Ben Davies has to be mentioned. Perisic potentially, or Kane. I would say Kane or Perisic.
I'd say Kane. We know the answer. We know it's only going one way, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Ask Nick what he thinks there. Nick, who do you think should be the fourth? Is he holding up assignment writing on it?
Stop. I muted him. Yeah.
Okay. Happy days. I'm happy with that. I never turned down a chance to put Harry Kane in there.
There's nobody else it would be, really. Maybe Perisic, but Højbjerg hasn't done it. And then he's been very good. Yeah, he's had a lot of key passes that have led to assists and stuff. So
yeah. I'm on that much of a high. I might actually treat myself to a can of Coke Zero. Look at that.
I'm buzzing. I am buzzing. I'm not sure if it's my heart saying, or whether it's
like trust them together and do Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Come on, Tottenham. Focus.
Right, guys, man, the match poll is up. Get your votes in. Come on, Tottenham, hold out. Good.
Come on. Well done, Doherty.
It's so
Doherty's been good since he's come on as well. Let's go.
Nice,
Well done,
Sanchez. He's making some tackles. Somehow looking better than Moonhead.
If we hang on, boys, we're back to third temporarily.
Yeah. Win that. That'll do. Honestly.
Welsh Gal says Decky has to win it all day long.
Yeah.
Dark Sun G with a super chat. Kulu is the heart of our attacking play. Bentancur is a god.
Today, if anything highlights today and his cameo off the bench against Liverpool,
Well done, Ben Davies!
How important Sexy is going forward for this Tottenham team.
It's so important.
It changes the way we play.
Definitely.
He's £100 million. I wouldn't sell him for. I'd rather sell. As crazy as this sounds, I'd probably rather sell Harry Kane or Sonny right now than Kulusevski.
Yeah. That's what it's like, Sean, when you have players like that and you're missing them for what is it, 2.5 months, nearly 3 months. You find yourself where then you're just like, shit, we just need our good players back. We just need.
We haven't had him since the last international break, Jacko. He's been out for quite some time.
Yeah.
And he was out all of October, which was where all of our games came from.
Yeah.
I think this game, there's a lot more to discuss off the back of this with the Conte and Conte out. But look, we'll get into a lot of that next week. I want to enjoy today, but we will talk about it, I suppose. But do you know what? I want to say something, but I can't. I don't want to.
Just wait 2 minutes.
I'll wait till the game's over, and then I'll say what I want to say about enjoying this result.
Yeah.
Conte instructing everybody. Look how switched on he is there. Come on, everyone else stay switched on.
Yeah, he cares. He cares today.
Oh,
Win that.
Time and space for Kane here.
Take your time.
Bentancur. Lovely.
So smart. He's
To the corner flag. To the corner flag.
Get that corner. Win it back, son.
Oh, that'll do.
Harry Kane here. Finds Højbjerg.
Salzburg. Doherty, go to the corner with it. Move, Doherty. Help
Oh, Salzburg!
Salzburg! Oh, well done, Harry.
Great.
Beautiful. To the corner. Keep it there. Well done.
Oh.
That's how you do it.
Come on!
That's how you do it, Harry. Keep the ball in the corner.
Go and enjoy the World Cup, son. You've earned it. You've earned it, bro.
Get on it, balloon it off a Leeds player, and keep getting corner kicks and throw-ins.
30 seconds to go.
Absolutely smash it off the Leeds player.
Knew it was going to be a fucking great game today. Knew it was going to be a great game.
I don't feel that. My heart is killing me.
Yeah. Same.
Too much adrenaline. Oh!
Hey!
Beautiful.
Again. That looked in slow motion then.
Yay!
Come on!
Close it early as well. Come on!
Come on! Absolutely buzzing. Tottenham, game over. Tottenham have won 4-3. Everybody enjoy this result today. I mean, Tottenham winning gives me no better, gives me something that nothing I've tried in life, any person in life can give me, and I'm going to enjoy it today. I don't care what people tell me. I'm enjoying this today. Come on.
It's so good to have a win back, boys. It feels absolutely brilliant. Feels good to be just sort of proud of the team again after this performance. Believe me, still plenty of problems, still plenty of glaring holes. I think Welsh Gal said this team is like Swiss cheese in the back, but we were absolute sauce up front today. No issue with scoring goals. Everybody, I'm going to kind of get around here. Maybe we'll start with man of the matches. Just kind of get it each from yourself, and then we'll kind of get some questions going. I'm going to pull up also some pre-match build-up questions. But Nick, we have you in here while I'm kind of stalling here. Nick, I'm not sure if I got your man of the match, and what's your thoughts on kind of the
I put it in the poll for Bentancur. 2 goals from midfield. With it's just, it keeps increasing and increasing. We keep getting more and more out of these 2 Juventus rejects than we ever thought we would when we first brought them in. And you will look at a trajectory. You want to be proud of somebody? Look at Kulu and Bentancur. I give Bentancur the man of the match for the goals specifically. I know we wouldn't be anywhere without Kulu today, but I'm giving to Bento. Look how good Sonny looks right now. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but that is my top of my Christmas list. I'm getting the wrap, getting the man wrap, and I guarantee you, every young man in Seoul is wearing that outfit tomorrow morning. That's a guarantee.
But wait, Nick, I know the people. I'm not sure the people can see you or can't see you, but are those glasses that you're wearing? Are they also just frames only, and it's just glass between the two? Because I don't think the Sonny needs glasses. I'm not even sure you need glasses either.
You know what, man? I only wish they were. I only wish they were fake.
Accessory on the Milan.
That's right. You know what, man? I only wish they were fake. I just got them. They're brand new, and I got to get used to them, dude. It's called old age, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Our two January signings from last season coming to fruition. You've got to love that. Just where people are at in the poll, Ben Davies has 4%, Bentancur has 49, Kulu has 47, and Kane has 0. I'm going to have to
really? Okay. Yeah, you're going to have to adjust that yourself, man. I got a question for you guys. Is Ben Davies Tottenham's James Milner? Do you want a 7 before? Is he that kind of boring player that you're happy with a 7?
Similarly boring
every match?
I want to talk about that because, look, I firmly believe in praise where praise is due and criticism where criticism is due. And I'm now not putting him in the same bracket as Dyer, Sanchez, and other players like that. I think he is a step above that. And you know what? Maybe you have a point about him being a bit James Milner-esque. I mean, you know, he was the one that went ahead to Levy to get rid of Nuno. You know, he stepped up with a couple of important goals in key moments. And look, he's just not as costly as Dyer and Sanchez. So, do you know, I've changed my mind a little bit on Ben Davies the last couple of matches. I think he's done okay, and long may it continue. Is he as influential as James Milner? I doubt it, but look, he's doing well. Long may it continue.
Yeah, certainly.
Although he has his limitations on the ball, defensively, he got absolutely stuck in today. And I like that.
I think he's I think he's rightfully so created some distance between himself and the likes of Moonhead and Sanchez. I think it's unfair to put him in that bracket. It's unfair to label him as part of the mistakes. At one stage, I think we were even calling ourselves Nick's self-inflicted FC. I don't really think Ben Davies you could really, attribute that sort of tagline to. I think he's a steady Eddie at least. And I'm actually more excited to talk about that because I think they've been absolutely awful, some of the other defenders in the back. But as long as you make yourself look more defensively reliable than the others, I think you probably have a spot in the squad at the time being. Jerome here with a super chat. Yes, Kulu FC, find winning ways again. I love my ginger from Sweden. We were Bentancur FC. We were Højbjerg FC. Now we're back to the winning ways of Kulu FC, Jerome. And it's actually, again, this story of the season, too, has been Harry Kane has been kind of chipping away, getting his goals, but the lack of, maybe a fit and firing Sonny this season, Harry Kane maybe not having his other kind of partners in crime. It's been impressive how many other players have stepped up for us. And it's actually probably not what people predicted. They really probably thought it would be a season of Harry Kane and Sonny just absolutely tearing apart the whole Premier League. Not exactly been the story. I think it's been some other players stepping up for us this season. Jerome and Kulusevski, it's so good to have him back. Mia W, bloody love Kulu. Sorry, just refresh the chat. Bloody love Kulu. I love Bentancur. Come on, you Spurs. We did it. And then to bottom Duda says Leeds went ahead thrice and thrice times and still lost. Hashtag marsh out. Get that yank out to bottom Duda. But this is really the game that we all predicted, lads. Did anybody put on a 4-3? Nick, Dave, Sean, 4-3? This is all I
put on 25 quid that Tottenham would. It was 18-1. Tottenham were losing at the end of the half time and would win at the end of the game. Remember, I spoke about it before. 25 quid. The bet hasn't come in yet, but that is 25 times 18. £450, boys and girls.
Oh, results.
What did you say you were going to do if we won today? Did you not say you were going to go Virgin or something like that?
I was going to do something, wasn't I? I was going to do something silly, wasn't I? What was I going to do? What was I going to do?
I don't know. I can't remember.
There was something silly I was going to do. I was going to buy something from. Oh, I was going to buy the jacket that Nick Ranjit wears.
Oh yes, the Spurs gear.
The black training jacket. I'm going to definitely go and buy that in a minute. Yeah, 450 quid, boys. Lovely, yummy.
Fair play. I'm buzzing for you. I'm buzzing. Jack, I sadly didn't put any money on my score prediction, which I probably should have. To be honest with you, I'd be sitting here as happy as Shawnee. But look, just on what Jerome and Mia were saying about Kulu, I think now as Spurs fans, we've actually got to understand how important this guy is to our football team.
Yeah.
Going forward, he's just a link man with Harry Kane. Look how well he linked up with Harry Kane. And when you look at Harry Kane maybe recently, he's missed that. He hasn't had anybody really to do that with today. But anytime the ball come into Kane, Kulu is always a winning runner off him in behind. And it's what he does with the ball as well. He's not content on just skinning his man and putting the ball in the box. He will keep going. He will take players out of the game, keep going. Like that composure for Bentancur's equaliser. To take that extra touch by Ayling and pull it back is absolutely unbelievable composure. Yeah. This guy is absolutely crucial to what Tottenham does. I said it before the game, Jack, that I think we'll look better today going forward because you also have Kulu holding up the ball like Harry Kane. And that's what we've seen. We aren't just relying on getting the ball to Harry Kane. Because I said before the game, when you do that and it's only Harry, it's easy for centre-halves. As soon as the ball's put in his direction, get straight up behind him and dislodge it. But when you've also got Kulu to do that, take the pressure, take the ball, run with it, he can hold it up. It's massive to what we do here. Kulu's absolutely influential to everything we do. We want to play sexy football. This guy has to be on the pitch.
Jerome and Mia are absolutely spot on. Completely unrelated, though. Nick, I must say, I think you're pulling off your best Sonny impersonation with the outfit you're doing right there. I think the glasses
I think we had a little conversation
very,
about that,
very
Jack.
similar. Put on that blanket and you'll look just the same as what I'd say. But Jesse Marsh out to bottom Duda. I don't know, maybe from one Yank to another. He's definitely in trouble from what I can tell. Ian Cook with a super sticker. He's just thrown a big wow. He's absolutely shocked. Ian is. And I don't even know what to say, Ian. I don't really know what to say. Adrian Chia was the only person that probably saw this coming. He's the only guy that's in charge of the scripts. But even though I probably saw a 3-2, I predicted a 3-2. I predicted a 3-2, but I was kind of in the mode of Shawnee where it's like whatever you predict, it's usually the opposite. It ends up being some complete opposite performance, but it actually did come to fruition. And I don't even know, even when you predict a 3-2, it's still a crazy game. You're still, thrown all over the place. Don't know where you are. Can't even see straight. Even when you predict it, you still can't even believe it. Big up Ian Cook, my man. Really appreciate the support, brother. Just made chat is going absolutely massive. 440 in the chat here, everybody.
Fair play to you, Shawnee. There, fair play for that.
Wow, Shawnee, I just refreshed it there. I've just seen it there, brother. Thank you very much. You've included us in the winnings. Appreciate you.
Actually,
brother.
Wait till we get down to it. But I don't want to have a say on that quickly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just refreshing it here. It's absolutely massive, this chat is. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Adrian Chia, good to see you guys enjoyed the script. Now we can chill. Adrian, my man, these are getting a little out of hand, these scripts, especially the last ones were too painful. I need them to get a lot better. Dark Sun G says, like I said, Davies saves us this season. Come on, you Spurs. Another thing that maybe, while being a steady Eddie, guys, Davies is also actually gotten us 3 points on a few occasions. He's won us 3 points, not even just being boring and good defensively. He's won us 3 points. Anybody want to talk about Davies, kind of goal scoring this season? He scored more goals than Moon Boots has.
Go on, Nick. Go on.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna see him score a better goal than that. We all know that maybe 1 in 100 of those kind of rebound goals that go back to somebody sitting in the middle. 1 out of 100 are even on target, let alone finding that like that. So, fair play to him for that, straight off the bat. And you know what? He offensively, maybe he doesn't have the delivery, but he shows up in the right places. So, every once in a while, even a blind dog's going to find the nut. So, if Davies is that blind dog today, I will take it every time.
Twice now, though. Twice in. He's found 2 nuts in 2 hunts.
In one season, 2 nuts in one season, man. That's a hell. But you know what? We need people to step up like that. Not that they have to have 8 out of 10 games every single match, but just reliability and a brain in their head so that they're not costing us matches, and then pop up with a moment of brilliance every once in a while. That's what's required here.
Yeah, completely agree. I completely agree. Big Sean, up, Dark Sun Gene. It's interesting. Yeah. Sean, your thoughts on maybe Davies saving us this season?
You love him.
I thought Well, I'm glad that I just saw Alistair Gold's comment, because if I'm entirely honest, without disrespecting Welsh girl and a few of the other Welsh people in the because I know there's a few Welsh guys and girls. I forgot. I don't care about the World Cup. I couldn't care about England or anyone else, so I don't care about it. But I forgot that Wales are playing, and when I saw Ali Gold's comment at the 30-minute mark saying, fair play to Ben Davies, he's thrown everything into the first half. He's gone in and he's put himself at risk. And that, to me, I think is something that is special. It's important to recognise. I'm glad that Dave is saying now that he's kind of viewing it. Again, he's not flip-flopping. For those people that call people that change their minds on something,
Even if they want to call me, fair enough, I'll take it on the chin.
No, but I just think I think because there's certain people go like, oh, you've changed your mind. That makes you a flip-flop. Well, you're a flip-flop if you say one thing and then say the other with no new information. If you just change your mind because there's a weight of public opinion that is against you. But if you see new information that makes you step back and go, actually, like maybe I'm getting him wrong. Maybe he deserves a second chance or whatever, which is what Dave's done. Then that's not a flip-flop. That's called flexibility of thought, and I think that's important. And I think it's important for everyone to have an open mind to new information.
There's a culture. There's a culture, I think, Sean, for people to stay steadfast in their opinions, because it's seen as not weak or something.
Of course, and it's like people get entrenched. People are they are so desperate to not be wrong. And I'm not saying that this about Tottenham, but just in life generally, people put their eggs in one basket into an opinion, and then they don't want to be wrong. They'd rather things happen that are actually negative to what you actually need in the long term, if it means in the short term that you're right. And I like people that have the flexibility of thought. And Davis, it's cool of you to say, I thought this about Ben Davies, but actually this season he actually shouldn't be pigeonholed into the same bucket as people that do make constant mistakes. So I'm really impressed with Ben Davies, not only for the goal, but actually before that, just throwing himself into every challenge. He was brilliant today. I'm glad he got a little bit of the slice of the pie. He was never going to get the man of the match because Bentancur and Kulusevski, ultimately come up trumps and were just special performances from them. But well done, Ben Davies, today. It won't be forgotten from me at least.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Interesting one. Maybe I'm going to throw this one to Nick because it's a fellow fan show member, Daddy Hoiberg. He's not really happy here, Nick. He says, if we celebrate like that after that game, then fans have accepted mediocrity. I am sorry.
I can see where he's coming from, and I can see why there's so much not to be happy about that. But I've got a couple of theories floating around. I love my theories, man, but I'll get into one in a little bit. But I think that this team is so happy that they can pull it together and actually get a result, because I think every member of that team knows where our frailties are. And it's in that back five right there. At any given time, 3 of those players may be out of play completely. So I think that it's a huge accomplishment knowing that we can pull it over the line when we can. And I think the players know that, man. And I think that it's worth celebrating. Did anybody, when we went down ahead of time, you're not celebrating the fact that we were able to come back after bonehead move after bonehead move for weeks now?
Yeah. Seriously. And then we've been let down so many times when we probably thought they were going to pick themselves up. They just simply let in more goals. And it even did happen at a certain stage, especially that Rodrigo one really was so deflating. And we found ourselves again in a similar situation. I understand where you're coming from, Daddy Hoiberg, where you're kind of like a bit embarrassing that we're sort of making it this hard on ourselves. But we've been so desperate for 3 points. So I think we're sort of happy to be embarrassed with that sort of celebrations. But I want you to come on the fan show and talk to us about it, Daniel. Big up, my man. Steve D. Yeah, Dave.
I just want to say on Daniel's point there, I would say, look, we know we've got issues at the back, right? Yeah. But as long as we can just get points over the line until we can address them issues going forward, I think it is a reason to celebrate. I think coming back 3 times shows absolutely great character in a football team. But anybody that's played the game, when you constantly, like when you go 1-0 down, then you get it back to 1-1, it goes 2-0 down, get it back to 2-2, and the third goes in. It is, believe me, very, very easy to give up and say, oh, no matter what we're doing going forward, it doesn't matter. We're just going to concede. This game is gone for us. But for everybody to dig in, keep going. And you got to remember, when we scored them 2 goals, Leeds were in the ascendancy, Leeds are in the ascendancy, and I would say there are positives to take from it, like the character the team has shown, how good Kulu looks, how good Kane looks with Kulu. Like, there's a lot of positives to take from it, and I get what you're saying. Look, we know where we're at now. I think the benefit of this half of the season, everybody sort of knows where we're at in terms of where the squad is at. And I'll be honest, I celebrate any win. A win's a win. Sometimes you got to win scrappy. Sometimes you got to show a character. Sometimes you can blow things away. But at the end of the day, I've had fuck all to celebrate the last month and a half. And you best believe I'm going to celebrate this.
Yeah. Steve D, big up Daniel though, and I can't wait to speak to you about it though, brother. And at least we got the 3 points, my man. And Bentoncourt as well has been saving us this season. Steve D, getting blanked in the chat. How did we play today, boys? I was busy shooting a 78 at Carnoustie. I'm not really sure who that is. Hey, this guy, no breaking 90 for this guy. Too easy for him.
That is. I don't know what your handicap is, Steve, mate, but that is a very, very tough golf course to play at. You must be a handy man with a driver. Jack.
It's on the driver. It is. It's a tough one on the driver. That one, or like narrow lanes.
I think it's if I'm not mistaken, Steve. I think it's a links course, right? So it's definitely been one that's been used at the majors, at the Open Championship.
So
a difficult course. If you're hitting 78 there, bro, you must be, I don't know, close to scratch, or either that or having the best game of golf of your life. Congratulations, man. You missed a good game though. You missed a good game.
Missed a good game, Steve. Honestly, you do sound like an absolute baller. Sounds like he was just hitting it wherever he likes today, just placing, any shot he wanted. Absolute genius, Steve D probably was with the golf ball today. And pretty much, I bet you were Kulisevsky out there, Steve D, with that 78. Wow. I mean, no breaking 90 for this guy. Like I said, too easy for him.
That is one hell of a score at Carnoustie.
You got to be sick, enjoying all the other performances and then missing the one that's most exciting.
What the arch nemesis does, Dave. It's what he has to do.
Right.
He's not my arch nemesis anymore. He's definitely Conte in now, I heard.
Shawnee, I have yours here from Spurs Talk Show, everybody. We've been putting in the link as well throughout the game too. And he says, I'll share some of the bet proceeds with you guys because I love these watch alongs with you. Curries for all tonight.
I want to say I am going to send you that back, Shawnee.
No, don't be silly.
No, because look, I appreciate the sentiment and everything else like that, my man. But at the end of the day, you being a part of them also makes the watch alongs what they are, as well as the work that Nick and Jack do, and obviously me being Bobo the clown here. But you add to what we do. So
no, mate, absolutely not. Listen, for me, I'm fortunate. I've got. It's all a bit of fun for me. Betting is just a little bit of a side gig, and it's all a bit of fun. If it didn't come in like it didn't on Wednesday against Nottingham Forest, also a lot of money, but it didn't matter. It's all a bit of fun. When it comes in, it's nice to share it around. And to Nick, mate, I've sent you a text as well, bro. I need to get that. Need to get you something for the generosity of the camera. So just send me those bank details, bro, and I'll sort it out afterwards. But yeah,
we'll talk about that later, man. Definitely.
Curries for everyone tonight, guys. Curries for everyone.
What's the choice, so boys? We'll go around the house. What's the choice? I'm going to go with. I'll start it off because mine is boring. Chicken korma for me.
Yeah, Sean, what's yours?
I get a chicken shashlik with rice, but then I'll get like a naan bread, and because I need a naan to dip, I'll ask my curry house to give me just like a pot of vindaloo sauce. I don't need the chicken with it, just something super spicy tomato based to eat the naan bread with. That's how I do it. That's how I roll.
Nick?
Nice.
Around my house, we all love vindaloo. So that's what I go for every time. Lamb, lamb vindaloo, little spicy. I like it.
I feel like my curry knowledge is not as in depth as your guys' is, probably because I'm American, and also probably because I'm not part of the curry game, and I need to step up my game here, especially with how much Johnny is helping me out. I might go Massaman curry. I've heard of that one before. A Massaman curry. Does that sound familiar?
That's Thai. That's Thai, not Indian. It's a different part of Asia. But
curry's a curry, though.
Curry's a curry.
Paneer, does that sound okay? Or a chicken masala, maybe a tiki masala?
Yeah, masala.
Tiki masala. Lord, I'm embarrassing myself. I look like Jesse Marsh when asked about this, curry question.
Jack, do you know why I adore Bugsy Malone more than anything else in the world? Right? Forget her personality. She has a stomach and a taste bud that she doesn't give a shit. I've got the spiciest curries, the spiciest food on that you can order in the UK. And when I've had enough of it, I'll put it down on the floor and she just noshes it around.
Jeez.
And it doesn't even faze her. She doesn't need to go to the bathroom. She she licks her lips a few times and looks for more. Bugsy Malone has got a real palate for Indian food.
That's
fantastic.
impressive. She should be at a challenge, maybe. Who knows? Perhaps the dog with the largest spice tolerance in the world. You never know, Sean.
100%.
But really appreciate you, brother, and
Yeah, Sean,
and
too
thanks
good.
for
That's all
doing
good.
these watch-alongs with us, my man. And even also as well, when you haven't felt well, you've done it. When you've even missed out on games, when you've had internet wanting to basically have you throw everything out the window, you've still somehow continued to refresh the page and keep jumping
Make
in.
it
And I
in
must
again.
say, it's very impressive, Sean. Thank you, brother.
It's more fun doing it with you guys than it is doing it when I try to do it by myself. So that's why I love it. So,
Love you, Shawnee. Love you, Shawnee. Tin Man 007. Guys, for all the fans that moaned about our football, if you have players like Kulu back, you will see good football again. Massive difference. Hashtag back Conte. It is something I sort of feel like, at least personally, Tin Man, where I just think Kulusevski is such a secret weapon for Spurs that maybe hasn't really been, I don't know, like I think like Sean had mentioned before, injuries have always been sort of mentioned by some when it comes to maybe what's been going wrong, but I don't know, like it has been times when I've heard from like pundits on Talk Sport or Sky Sports and whatnot, they'll say, oh, Conte, he has injuries, but he should be doing something, I think, a lot better. It's like, well, let's also admit that Kulusevski is basically one of the best wingers in the Premier League right now. Let's just not just gloss over losing a guy like that for especially the October period, a game where we were basically at a time where we were playing a game every 3 days. We needed Kulusevski over that time period, and we really suffered because of it. Sure, I think the transfer window and whatnot probably highlighted that loss of Kulusevski, but I think any team is going to suffer when they lose that good of a player for that stretch of games. And also on top of everything that Spurs went through in that October period as well, it just wasn't an easy time. I think I'm still back in the Conte tin, man. I want the team to as well to use this break. They can recoup themselves and they can go from there and we can power on. And then who knows where we'll be. Big up though, tin man, absolute legend.
Yeah.
Steve D and Curry, we trust, Shawnee.
In who? In who we
In
trust?
Curry, we trust.
Well, listen, like I say, it's not sometimes my
It's
belly
Curry
goes,
that unites us. It's the Curry that unites us at Tottenham Hotspur.
It is. I've seen loads of people saying, like, was it Bentang Curry? Is a new
Bentang
nickname?
Curry, indeed. Bentang Curry,
Dosberg and
indeed.
Benton Curry. How did we not come up with that? How did we not? It's too easy. Steve D also says to you, Sean, the ability to change your mind is intelligence. And I completely agree. It's like we said, there's this sort of culture, I think, to sort of stay strong in your opinions and not really listen to the other side. Even if you still may feel like you're right, as long as you're listening to the other side, it shows, I think, like Steve D says, intelligence, and it shows the ability to see things, in a different way, or even devil's advocate.
Open-mindedness.
You love being a devil's advocate, as I know too, Sean.
He loves it.
I love it. But being open-minded, I think, is super important. It's not just in football, but not that I want to go on like some sort of life rant, but generally speaking, the world right now, in basically every single facet, every country, every political, every major topic, everyone is generally like informed by some level of information from wherever they choose it. They're generally, nobody's really got the key to the truth, and so everyone is like a little bit biased and a little bit partisan and a little bit entrenched in their opinion. And if everybody could meet in the middle, there's so much space in the middle for reasonable discourse. And you have, in order to do that, you have to come to the table with an open mind and listen to other people's takes and then see where you land. And for me, like today, like, anybody that's Conte out after today needs to have an open mind. Anybody that says that tolerating bad football, I think should have an open mind to playing this sort of football a little bit more. I think that there's lots of room for discussion this week or for the next 4 weeks. So
I agree.
Big up, Steve D. Appreciate you, my man.
Another one. Yeah, Dave.
Sorry, I was just thinking, Jack, I'd love to hear what Sean and Nick have to say on Tin Man 007 Super Chat, because people know what I'm going to say, probably know what you're going to say, but be interesting to hear if we have time to go back to it. If we don't.
Nick, Tin Man 007 says, guys, for all the fans that moaned about our football before, if you have players like Kulusevski back, you will see good football again. It's a massive difference. Hashtag back Conte.
Well, I'm very, very far off the Conte's got to go squad. I think that we have nowhere to go but down if that man walks out. And I don't think he will. I think, we are much like Sean's been saying, man, we live in a very binary, emotionally binary world right now. Majority of the population, majority of people you talk to are either on one side or the other. They have a hard time seeing that the situation is a mix of many people's situations. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for him to walk away from the club right now. He knows, he said straight up that he's building a project right now. He said it even in the last couple of days that he's building a project right now.
And the return of Kulusevski. I mean,
Kulusevski. I don't think that I've seen a player affect how this team plays as a whole as much as Kulusevski has since Harry Kane first showed up as a young man and was affecting the way, because just like Harry Kane transformed the way we play football, Kulu is refreshed an attack that got really, really stale. It started to get stale, particularly at the end of last year. So you take that out of the team. It's not just the fact that Conte is building it around Kane. It's building it around his best options, which he knows. And, he doesn't want to put too much on Kulu right now. He's a young man. But, it's very clear that if you take that creativity and strength out, we are not the same side at all.
Definitely.
And Sean, where are you at then after that? Because
listen, mate. To be entirely honest, I think maybe I've been guilty of ignoring or forgetting the difference, and I don't think it's just Kulusevski in and of himself, but I think that people like Harry Kane have a bit more spark about them when he's on the team versus when he's not. And look, I don't think if Kulusevski had been out today and we played Brian Hill there, I don't think the same things would have happened.
No,
and maybe I'm guilty. Maybe I'm guilty of overlooking the impact of his loss, because those last 8-9 games I do think have been terrible, and he hasn't played in any of them. And so I will reflect on it. Listen, I'm super proud of the boys today. I'm super impressed. We all knew it was going to be an exciting game. And it still could have gone either way, but you have to look at a couple of players. I know that the end the man of the match thing was, I don't know how it finished, but basically Bentancur and Kulu were kind of neck and neck last time I checked.
Yeah,
right?
still 2% between them. Bentancur is winning 49, Kulu's on 47.
Wow. Yeah. See, Bentancur's been around for the last 8-9 games, right?
Yeah.
And he's been fantastic, and he's emerging I think both of them are emerging as £100 million players. I don't know how. I think Bentancur's 26, 27, so maybe
that's a big call, Sean.
What's that? Sorry,
that's a big call. £100 million players.
I would never sell Kulusevski for less than £100 million right now. No chance.
Right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Bentancur maybe not there yet. Maybe 60, 70. I don't know. But both of them. I made this call the other day on your show when we were talking about how do you find. I think it was on the show with either Ben and Sim, or maybe it was with Kuva. But how does Daniel Levy square the circle of trying to allocate funds and stuff? And the way that they do that when they're trying to, write down asset valuations of other players, they can square that circle by writing up the asset valuations of 2 players that they signed in January. I don't think there's ever been a January transfer window. I'm going to call it right now. I don't think there's ever been. I know that Luis Suarez was signed in the January window. I think Virgil van Dijk might have been signed in the January transfer window. There's been a few January windows with certain players joining certain clubs that have ended up being massive successes. But I don't think
with the benefit of hindsight, though, you can see how amazing that January window has been for Spurs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been evolutionary. Yeah,
and you never know. And maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe people are too. And I'm very guilty of this, because I remember it was not even after the window finished, but in July on my channel, I was berating Kuva and Danny Kiriakou and saying, what do you rate the window at thus far? And Kuva was saying it's irrelevant, it's unnecessary to you have to wait until the window closes. And of course, in hindsight, he was absolutely right. But maybe you have to give a year before you can really reflect on the windows that have gone past. And so maybe we won't know how good or how bad this summer's window was until at least next summer. Maybe Basuma
We love
becomes an
getting ahead of
absolute beast in
ourselves,
the
don't
next
we,
season.
Shawnee? We love getting
Yeah.
ahead of ourselves. Kula Sexy Football, speaking of Kula Sexy, says, well said, Sean, about my fellow sheepshagger Davies. Over to the Don to sort this shite defense out in the January transfer window. Great show, lads. Come on, you Spurs. So, Sean, he mentioned how much he agreed with you about Ben Davies, right, not being included, I think, in the Sanchez, a dire bracket. Then he also pointed out how Paratici is going to be busy when it comes to getting players still out in January if he can.
And there's so many players that are available on. There's a list. I don't know if you guys saw it. There's a list of like 12 or 15 players that are out of contract. There's value, and I think maybe only 2 or 3 of them are players that you wouldn't really want. Right? There's so many players on that list that were juicy that could help us. But yeah, listen, but we're done now, right? We can put our feet up, enjoy or not enjoy the World Cup, and then we've got, I think, 1 or 2 more games until the window opens. I just hope that Paratici doesn't have to wait until the 31st of Jan to get it done. I'd like him to get it done January 1st, January 2nd, get some players in, spend this World Cup period getting the deals negotiated and make them happen immediately.
Yeah.
Because January is right around the corner and it's a super important second half of the season.
Yeah,
I agree. I completely agree. Big up Kula Sexy. And I think your fellow sheepshagger Davies is absolutely looking like a steady Eddie these days, even given the James Milner tag by Nick. High praise. Dark Sun G says,
I was just going to say quickly, I might even shag a sheep for Davies today. He's played that well.
He had a good game. He had a great game. Well played. Fair play to him.
Someone's on the phone to the RSPCA right now.
Dark Sun G. This is why I love the Premier League. Leeds beat Liverpool at Anfield. Liverpool beat us at home, and we beat Leeds at home. Ever since Bentancur scored for Uruguay, he's been on fire. Nick, what would you say to just the back and forth nature of the Premier League? And also that is hilarious, the fact that there's almost nothing to draw, I would say, from that. Like the fact that each of these teams have all beaten each other at home as well. It's very odd.
Listen, when City are losing to Brentford, you know it's a weird, and the Scum are on top. It's a weird season right now. And I think I have a feeling that we are, as many people say, we're going to see a very different league post World Cup. We know it's such an unknown quantity of who's going to be injured, who's going to have great games. The transfer window is right on top of it. So I don't know. It could be even crazier. We could see, a Leeds resurgence or, something nuts like that. But, Bentancur, man, it's just when we saw his down games last year, I swear it was because he was carrying a knock. He had that knock just before the end of the season, and he'd slowed down, even though he had to be played. Now we're seeing a very fit guy, and, fair play to him for putting his body on the line, as he usually does right before he's going to a World Cup, where he's going to be one of the pivotal members of that team, too. That's what I got to be very happy with, too, across the board, is how many bodies were put on the line today from people who are going to be playing in this World Cup.
That's a very good point you make there. And also how much he's just been running as well, like Bentancur.
Yeah.
Like he's going into Qatar is probably one of the most fit players just in general, I would say, in that World Cup.
Yeah.
I think he's almost probably more suited for that sort of weather and whatnot than maybe others. He could actually tear teams apart. Big up, Dark Sun G.
Well, take a look at Kane and Richarlison, too, as far as that's concerned, about putting, just being serious out there on the pitch. They're both integral parts of their national team, possibly, up in the top 11 players of the starting 11 as far as how much they're going to be relied on. But they didn't look scared to put it on the line at all, neither of them.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point you make there. And I think Bentancur could be, alongside Valverde, maybe one of the secret, just absolute boss midfields of that World Cup. The Lewis Park has grabbed the fan show membership. Big up the Lewis Park. Hopefully we can catch you later today for the fan show. If not, come Monday, it will be there for you as well. Friday, whatever you need, we'll be there, Lewis. Big up, brother. And really appreciate you grabbing that. He also says sand and water traps everywhere. Maybe talking about the course that Steve D was on. Maybe conversing over a bit of golf. Big up, my man. Dark Sun G says, I said Leeds versus us would be a great match with goals. Feels like we all predicted it, lads. And for once, our predictions have come true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said 4-2, man. I was close, but
so close.
I'll take the win.
If Hugo maybe had kept it out, could have been that way, Nick. 2-2 close.
People just stop reminding me of my clanger today. I could be sitting here rich right now. I could be
Yeah, it really did. Absolutely.
I've had an absolute clanger today. I've had an absolute mare.
Yeah,
But
hold your
still,
head in
I'm
shame.
not gonna
Dark
wipe
Sun
this
G,
smile off my
he
face.
has to hold his head in shame. Has to hold his head in shame. Steve D, I love you, Dave. Said to Sean, it's not Scientology.
What's that? Sorry, mate. What was that one? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Steve D saying, I think when he's talking, right, with seeing things open-minded, he said, Steve D, he says, I love you, Davo. And I said to Sean, it's
Love
not
you too, Steve.
Scientology.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, he said it on one of the comments on my video. Yeah, because there was a lot of people that were. Honestly, my comments the last couple of days, I've had more comments than I've ever. I usually spend all day long like responding, but there's so many coming through, I couldn't respond to them all.
They're so mixed as well, man.
It's so mixed. There was arguments going back and forth between people, and Steve D was like, "It really isn't that different. It's not that divisive. This is." People don't need to be quite so entrenched in their view like the Scientologist stuff. So big up, Steve D. I love you, my man. And it was Steve that was playing golf, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Steve.
Congratulations, bro. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Really
well-deserved drink after that one, Steve. I must say, if you also were playing that well with drinks being consumed on the course, I mean, absolute baller. James Coffey, of course we should celebrate, lads. Every game is an opportunity to be entertained. You guys and Spurs entertained me today. A roller coaster of emotions. This is sort of what Spurs fans have been asking for, right, lads? Is that they want to be entertained. They want games that can give them something to look forward to each and every week. And there is something to be said about, while this defense is certainly not good for the heart rate, it has maybe made the attacking play and all that we saw today, made this game far more entertaining and probably far more worth going to it. I must say, weren't there a lot of empty seats today? I'm not sure for whatever reason, but there were a lot of empty seats in the Spurs stadium after seeing a scoreline like that, lads. I mean, great reason to go back to the games and show faith in the team.
Yeah, 100%. And to your guys' point, today's point, I think it was to someone in the comments, Kulusevski, I think is. I need to sit back and think just how I need to almost go back and review the last 8 games or the entire season thus far almost and say, like, let's just reflect on, is he the difference? Is he more important than Harry Kane? Is he more important? Because Harry Kane's been a never present, right? Is he that important? Is Kulusevski, this 23-year-old kid that we haven't even paid for him yet. He's still technically a loanee, right? But is he the difference between Tottenham finishing 4th and finishing 6th, or finishing 2nd, or winning a cup and not? Like, I don't know. I knew he was important, but I didn't realize he was that important. And today it was the Kulu show, and
every time he got the ball, it was just super positive. It was direct.
Amazing.
He doesn't want to pass the responsibility onto someone else. He's willing to take that responsibility himself. I think it's an interesting question you raised there. Is he more important than Kane? Look, what it takes to score goals is having a combination of players who can all see the same movement together, can all execute the same passes, that have an understanding when one gets the ball, they know where to position themselves to get it back, and all running for each other. I think we've seen that today, whereas before, if I remember correctly, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go back and watch a lot of the games without Kulu and games with Kulu just to make sure I'm spot on with this. But before, we've had players that everything comes backwards. Anytime the ball went into them, everything was coming backwards. Whereas today, it was driving forward. It was going forward. Interesting point, Sean.
And also, I feel like we need to reflect a little bit. I said before the game, Doherty with Kulu, I think is better than Emerson with Kulu. And as much as everyone wants to see more of Jed Spence, let's hold our hands up and think that in the second half,
much better.
Doherty and Kulu working together again, it worked. Even the goal that Bentancur smashed in, that led from a brilliant cross in from Doherty. Doherty was a worldy cross in that was headed clear, and it fell to Bentancur that got us back in the game to 3-3. To me, I understand everyone's frustration with Dave. I know you can't stand him, right? But Doherty without Kulu, Doherty's like a 2 out of 10 player. Doherty with Kulu, because Kulu understands him, Doherty becomes naturally a 6 or 7 out of 10 player when Kulu's on the pitch. And so if we've got Kulu back, do the people that are like free Spence, do they at least recognize that maybe Doherty, when Kulu's playing, is a far better option. I understand people that want to see Spence play ahead of those two when Kulu's not. But if Kulu's playing at the moment, Spence and Kulu don't have that relationship, you know. And so
I think
Doherty and
what
Kulu
we've
should-
always wanted, Sean, is that it be Spence and another one. It's just not Emerson and Doherty every time. I think that's where Spurs fans have gotten frustrated. It's just the constant back and forth between choosing Emerson or Doherty. I think they would rather pick Doherty or Spence each game. That would be what they want, is just picking between those two players instead of just picking between Emerson and Doherty each game. I think a lot of fans want Doherty or Spence or some combination like that. They want Spence to be in there, but I think it's just the constant sort of comparisons between Emerson and Doherty is sort of maybe frustrated people.
I think over time, Spence and Kulusevski will figure out their own chemistry. They will. They should, right? Because
but right now it's not there as much.
Kulusevski said himself this week, he's like, I want to figure out how I can help other players play their best version of themselves, essentially. I'm paraphrasing, but he said, I understand Doherty likes little short passes, so I come close to him. He doesn't have that with Emerson. So I wonder whether or not, you know, maybe Jess Spence and Kulu need a bit more time on the pitch together, and then we'll have something that works there as well. But right now, for me, the relationship on the side, if Necky's playing, then Doherty must.
I think when I look at Emerson in the first half and Doherty in the second half, now look, for me, I'm gonna want to see more of it to be fully convinced. But with Emerson, I think maybe he runs into the spaces that Kulu tries to get into, which is like we've seen today in the second half, down by the byline, cutting back in across. Whereas Matt Doherty doesn't. He sort of hangs back a bit more. But look, we'll wait and see. I'm still not convinced by Doherty. I've criticised him more than enough, but today he done a job when he came on. And you're right.
He was better than Emerson.
And credit where credit's due.
Roller coaster of emotions, James, and it's just good to be back in winning ways, brother. Really appreciate it, my man. The Spurs fan says, he says, take a super chat, Laz, because we won today. Come on, you Spurs. Bentancur and Kulusevski, I think, are his man of the match. Big up the Spurs fan and appreciate your support, my man. Everybody around that super chat as well is step it up, Jacko, on the Curry knowledge. Some people are even saying, Jacko, everybody in the U.S. has knowledge of Curry. You just need to step up your game. Absolutely right, Spurs. You apologize, my man. Representing the country poorly here. Emily Dunn.
I just want to say to the Spurs fan, I hope you're keeping well, my man. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope life is good, brother.
I got the Spurs fan. Appreciate you, my man. Emily Dunn. Sean's like, Oprah, you get a Curry. Everyone gets a Curry. Curry for everyone.
Big up the missus.
Nice. Cheers, Emily. Hope you're okay.
And Brandon Troller, take Kulu and Bentancur and inject them into my veins. Bentancur, Kulusevski, Sauceberg. It's everything we could want in a team. And we were just looking so much saucier out there today, Nick. And that's what we want. And it's been a long time coming, let's be honest. And
I'll be back, guys.
having Bentancur, Kulusevski, it's just the type of football, the techers on display, the skinning of the Leeds defenders, just all that sort of crack that we were looking forward to.
Absolutely, man. And I'm going to put Basuma in that category too, man. I think it's just been a matter of getting settled in to how Conte wants to play, his own confidence, learning the other players. How long was he at Brighton for? He was there a long time, right? 3 or 4 seasons. At least 3 seasons or something like that, where he got very far embedded with a manager who liked him, who they worked well together, and he got better as he progressed there as well. I think we're going to see the same thing out of Basuma. His ability to pinpoint a tackle and turn it into an attack immediately. He does not like reactive tackle. He uses his opportunity to just actually go forward with all of his motions against defenders, man. And that really, it puts defenses on their ass because they don't know what to do next, man. I think that kind of thing
all right, Nick, with Adams, first team, go forward and make him take him down.
Yeah, exactly. I think using our ability to switch between Højbjerg and Basuma is going to be what's going to be key at the back end of the season, especially because we all know the general goes to the World Cup. He's going to be crucial there, and he's already looking tired. We knew that he's been looking tired over the last couple of games. Yeah. So we're going to really need Basuma to step up.
Yeah. Another thing, too, is that maybe with that sort of comment that Conte made about him not being tactically there yet, perhaps it was just Conte just saying, in other words, like, I'm just trying to wash the Graham Potter off of him. I just need to get the Graham Potter kind of, thing.
As you would need to.
Yeah,
as
you
you
would
would need
It
to,
takes
man.
time, Nick. You can't
Mhm.
just, wash it all off in one
Yeah.
night. He's just trying to, what was it? Decode the Graham Potter out of him. Welsh gal with a super chat. It is because I switched to the white wine. LOL. We
There
all
you
needed
go.
this.
That's why.
Big up, lads. Another great watch along. Cheers, Dave. She's taken one for the team today. She gave up the IPAs. I didn't have an IPA today or any beers whatsoever. I must say we are big fans of the superstitions from time to time. Should Welsh Gal and I have to make a sacrifice, Dave?
Well, I can't remember whether it was yesterday or today. I was saying to Welsh Guy in one of the comments that the IPAs aren't working anymore. We have to come up with a new superstition. So I'm not sure white wine is the correct answer for for Welsh Guy. I know what wine does to you, but
keep going with it until it stops working. That's what I say, man.
It was getting to 1 o'clock with the way we were performing. So, look, it's done the trick, Welsh Gal. It's done the trick. Big up.
What do you say, Nick? Should I have to keep taking one for the team as well alongside Welsh Gal? Just stick to the water maybe for these watch-alongs no matter what?
I think let's just continue with what we were doing. Whatever we were doing today, keep going with it, man. So you stay teetotal for a little while. We'll see how that goes.
You slept on everything. Yeah, don't change.
Listen, we didn't talk too much about Richie yet. I definitely think his substitution was risk avergence. Because we don't. Obviously, Conte doesn't think he can get 90 minutes out of him right now. But did you like him better on the left? And do you think he added value where we were missing him when he wasn't available?
I actually thought he had a pretty good game today, Nick. I really liked some of the moments that he had. He wasn't, I think, nearly as influential as obviously Kulusevski was. Probably a bit unfair to even compare them, but there were some moments I thought from Richie where he was obviously that threat in behind that we had needed. I think he didn't have nearly as much of a poor first touch or giving the ball away as much as he has been in other games. Didn't really get caught offside either. Some of the things we've kind of criticized him for too.
Yeah.
I thought actually once stage 2, that through ball that he played in behind shows the intelligent player in there and shows the technical ability he has. And he is that sort of guy where he does maybe do something kind of a bit sort of like, well, it kind of makes you cock your head and go like, what's he doing there? And then the next moment he'll play an outside the foot through ball between 5 players and the guy's clean through. He is a bit of an odd one, I would say, but I don't know. It's an interesting question from Nick here, Dave. What are your thoughts on Richie? I thought it was a whole lot better from what we've seen in the past, and it is good to have him back.
Yeah. I don't think he's made the same mistakes that I've criticized him for in the past. I think he's learned in that regard, but I still think he's got a long way to go to be able to affect games the way we need him to affect them, to be honest with you. Like, the fact that Kulu's been out injured, comes back, hits the ground running the way he has, straight off the bench, impact against Liverpool with an assist, massive impact on the game today. I'm still waiting for that from Richarlison. And the thing is, he has it in his locker. He does have it in his locker. And I think it's a stepping stone towards that, but I still think he's got a bit to go.
Do you think that's a positional problem though, David? Because I do too. I think that he tries very hard to play the positions he's asked to. He puts in the effort. He's just not. If you're playing him as a hold-up man in the middle, he tries to be a little too tricky with it. He tries things that are a little more dangerous than we need him to be. And if he's playing on the right, he's just out of position, and that's when he gets caught offside so much. So. How do you solve that puzzle is the question. If you're playing Son, do you just, in
an ideal world, we would have, you play him up front against the likes of Nottingham Forest in the Carabao Cup, give Harry Kane.
Okay.
And I think from me, when I look at Richarlison and what I personally wanted him brought in here for was to give Harry Kane a rest at times. I think where he plays best is a striker. Where I think he gets the majority of his goals, you go back, look at when he was at Everton. Crosses into the box, let him go and win that header. And look at his goals this season he scored for us against Marseille. 2 balls into the box, 2 sort of headers. And for me, I think he's more of a player that you can, until he gets to the level where he's affecting games on a consistent basis the way we need it, he's that player you bring off the bench. Remember back to Brentford last season, where all it needed was balls out wide, balls into the box, and let someone go and attack it. He's the sort of player you can bring off the bench, put him in there with Harry Kane, get the ball out wide, get the ball into the box. He offers you something a bit different. But for me, I do still think he has a bit of a way to go. But I do think he's being played out of position,
Yeah, I got to jump off, use the facilities. I'll be right back, buddy.
No worries at all. No worries at all. Dark Sun G here. I'm glad that the players other than Son and Kane aren't the only ones scoring for us. Now from January, Kulu, Bentancur, Højbjerg, Davies, Sessegnon started to score for us, which big clubs do. It's a good point that big clubs, Dark Sun G, they can't just simply rely on their two players to continue to score each and every game. We can't be that predictable where we know exactly who the goals are going to be coming from. And it's really been nice actually to see that goals are coming from a lot of different players this season. They have been sort of divvied up. I forget which team it was sort of last season. There was this team that did do quite well last season for a time period that actually was sort of like that, where the goals were kind of being divided up. I believe it was actually at Chelsea, I think, under Tuchel, right, where they didn't have any real striker that season that was playing well. And it was like Reece James, Chilwell, all these guys that were sort of kind of like stepping up for them, Dark Sun G. I think it also sort of, to me at least, I could be, completely full of it. I think it sort of does speak to some sort of managerial or at least tactical intelligence, because if you aren't only getting your goals just from two players and you're getting it from other players, maybe speaks that other players get opportunities just like how maybe the strikers would. And that's probably because of the system that Conte has. It's not just Kane and Son or Kulusevski that are going to get all the chances. A Doherty will find himself through on goal, and Emerson will, a Perisic will, a Ben Davies will find himself with a good, chance outside the box. But it's been nice this season that we're no longer, I think, Kane and Son FC. You can't label us with that tag anymore. Absolutely right.
I'll just add to that as well. I think the fact that we carry a threat from set pieces now is the reason why you see Ben Davies, Eric Dyer, Sanchez's at times on the score sheet. And I think that's where the goals are being divvied out. The fact that Højbjerg and Bentancur are breaking forward from midfield and scoring goals as well. So I think it's a good combination. And that's one thing I will give Conte credit for, is that we are scoring goals from the other areas of the pitch. If we can just tighten up that back line, we would look so much better after the season.
Yeah. Last season we were called Harry Kane and Sonny FC by everybody, not just Alex. I love big up Alex.
Yeah.
But everybody, like outside of Tottenham, like,
it was a common opinion.
Common opinion. Not so much this season, right? You've got Ben Davies has got a couple of goals. Longlay's got one. You've got Perisic. You've got not so much the goals, but with the assists. You've got Højbjerg with what I think Bentancur's now got 4, and Højbjerg's now 5.
I think Højbjerg's on
5 goals now, and Højbjerg's on 4.
It would almost be, Sean, you could take it this far. You could say, if you labeled Spurs this season, just this season alone, if you labeled them Son and Kane FC, it'd be like, you haven't been watching Spurs, clearly.
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
good
that's how I
times.
sort
By
of
the way,
say it.
guys, I just wanted to give God a little shout out, because you remember earlier on when we were talking about the karma of the guy with the laptop.
Yeah.
When he came to pick it up, he offered me 20 quid, right, to say thank you, because he said, "Oh, you've saved my career." I think he's about 19. He's like, if I'd lost it, it was his first work laptop. He was worried about his career. I was like, of course I don't want your money, man. Like, good luck to you, whatever. But then we came back, and I was like, come on, God, God's going to do us a favor right now. And then 5 minutes later, we conceded. And I was like, where are you?
You were like, no, the football gods, not the football gods, different gods.
As well, Shawnee. So, I mean.
That as well. Exactly, mate. Exactly. So, yeah.
You've like 400 times that 20 quid as well.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And I'll be passing it around. I'll be going. I'll probably buy my mum
great karma, Sean.
Make sure you get the Spurs shop though, Shawnee, because you do like them.
I'm definitely going to get that. Yeah, definitely going to get that black jacket. Yeah, it'd be nice.
Great karma, Sean, I must say. Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Bottom Duda here with the super chat. He also was a fan of your Curry pick, Dave. He actually liked the Korma selection. I think he was very impressed. To Bottom Duda says, our midfield was poor in the first half, lost the ball a lot of times. Bentancur's game improved over the course of the 90 minutes after Basuma came in. Kulusevski, hands down, the best player today. It's a good point, maybe, lads, right? Where Bentancur maybe started to look unbelievable again, look like a god of midfielder when we actually made that pivot to the 3-5-2. And I do actually recall one stage in the watch along where it was either Sean or Dave that did say that Bentancur is starting to give it away a bit too much here. And so it felt like maybe
he gave away a ball leading to a goal as well.
Maybe, I don't, it's hard to remember that, but Basuma, like perhaps brought the best out of the midfielders once he came on and relieved things. It's an interesting point that Bottom Duda makes here. And so maybe puts more evidence on Kulusevski just being the man of the match today, just simply because it maybe wasn't a complete 90 minutes, let's say, from Bentancur. I don't know.
I think Bentancur has been exceptional for the last 7-8 games. I think he's been unbelievable. I think Højbjerg's form has dipped slightly the last little couple of games. Haven't been impressed with him. But with Bentancur,
whose form you saying?
Bentancur, I think I haven't been too impressed with Højbjerg the last couple of games. I think it's dropped from where he was at.
He's gone from a 9 to like a 7.5.
Yeah, I haven't been overly impressed with him the last couple of games. And look, we were bad in midfield today. There was an awful lot of balls we gave away. I'd actually argue the bottom two. I think second half we were probably worse in the midfield than what we were in the first half. If I'm being brutally honest. But look, the fact that Bentancur, look, I reckon it was a free kick, but the fact that he gave away the ball, they went on to score the third goal. Yeah, Sanchez should have done better. Hugo should have saved it. But then for Bentancur to go up the other end and get the 2 goals to end up winning us the game and getting the 3 points, again, shows a lot of character. They could have easily dropped after giving away that ball that led to a goal. But yeah, I do think when Bissouma came in beside him, I just think at the point we made the sub, Højbjerg was sort of dying out the game. Bentancur, the pressing wasn't there. We were just sitting in. They looked tired. I think Bissouma coming in just freshened up, got on the ball, tried to make things happen, tries to drive forward with it, ended up getting a red card for the opposition as well. Absolutely brilliant. Sean, I don't know if you have anything you want to say on that.
No, mate, I think you nailed it, mate. I think you nailed it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I thought Højbjerg was relatively anonymous today, but I'm probably going to want to go back and watch the game. When you're like so engrossed in a massive game, like sometimes you kind of let little things slip, and maybe Højbjerg was more integral than I feel like I didn't notice him. If you were to ask me,
he was anonymous. He was anonymous.
Yeah.
You couldn't see. Yeah, I would even go as low as a 6. He didn't do anything particularly bad, but he did get the ball taken off of him a couple of times, and he looks tired, man. He looked like a little bit older than the people he was playing against, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But I think that one of those games is a game that I'm more than happy to watch again. I don't know if I can watch 90 minutes of it again. I don't know if I can actually get access to it. But if there's extended highlights, like 20-minute highlights, where you get to see,
you'll get it on Spurs Play.
Will Spurs? I'll do that. Will Spurs Play show the whole game again? Will they?
Yeah, they do. They put them up. I think a day or that after the game.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And
also,
that's
Nick,
that's a game I want to watch again, then, for sure.
And Nick, just quickly, would you kind of agree with Bottom Duda in that actually the midfield wasn't, as brilliant the whole 90 minutes? It perhaps took some changes in order for the midfield to kind of start to grow into it a bit more.
I don't know. I actually thought when we went to a 3, we were in control, at the time. And I didn't see a whole hell of a lot wrong with Bentancur. I wasn't paying attention. Kula was doing things on the pitch at the time that was drawing my attention.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was that bad. It's just I felt we were a hell of a lot stronger with 3 in the midfield, as we would be. I was worried about how our offense would be affected by that. That was my big question, is when we go clearly defensively like that, because looks like we're trying to protect something, does that mean we're just going to start sitting back all the way?
Yeah. Big up to Bottom Dude. I appreciate your support, my man. Steve D. Emerson is like a Korma curry, weak as fuck.
Yeah, he was dead for today. Look,
this was his worst, I think, of the season. I must be honest. I just didn't think he just wasn't good defensively either, which is a huge issue. Is that him and Dyer just were a clown show down that right hand side? I must say they were a clown show to them together. I don't know. They just neither of them could handle Somerville. Just neither of them.
Since Emerson's sending off at Arsenal, it's progressively been getting worse. Yeah. He got left out of the Brazil squad because of it. Can he turn it around in time for the second half of the season? Ideally, we need him to push Doherty all the way as well, but we'll wait and see.
Wait and see. But maybe some final thoughts, some sort of kind of concluding thoughts on sort of things here. Sean as well, get maybe a plug for the channel too. So we'll start with you, Shawnee. Maybe kind of some final thoughts, on this game. Some things that you maybe didn't get to say or whatnot, and also maybe a plug for the channel too, brother.
Yeah, guys, no, I've said it all. I loved every minute of today. I thought it was fantastic. Sharing it with you the three of you at the 4-ball was brilliant. Sharing it with the hundreds of people that watch the Irish Hotspur was always fun. Nothing really to add. Just it's lovely to finish the half season on a note. We can all kind of breathe a big giant sigh of relief. Go and watch the Chelsea Newcastle game. See what happens there. See what happens with Arsenal, etc. tomorrow. And then we've got a lot to discuss about what we do in January, because that's just around the corner. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful day. And you can find me, if you haven't already, at Spurs Talk Show. And just on that quickly, I've been promising to get my streams going again for so many weeks, because
the internet's looking strong today.
It's working right now, but it's not so bad. It's not like like if I was to go and do a live stream right now, sod's law, it would just drop again. But I'm changing my Wi-Fi provider. So as of Wednesday next week, I'm hoping that I've got an entire new. I'm going Virgin broadband, so they've got a whole new wiring system. Ooh. So as of Thursday, I intend to be basically live streaming for 24 hours a day for the next 6 months to make up for all of the streaming that I haven't done. And but I appreciate and love
permanent
you all. And
I just want to say,
a wonderful day. Yes, guys.
I just want to say, everybody, please get over there and support Shawnee. Like, we really do endorse him over here. Such a good lad, very balanced opinions. And I actually want to say thank you for a different reason today, Shawnee, as well. It's because I would have lost my shit, but you kind of made me keep the faith when you were like, no, look, we're still in this. There's chances and stuff like that.
He's very good
at that. Thank you as well for helping me keep the faith today, because I've been very let down by Tottenham, and I could have easily went the other way. So really,
we had a fighting debate, didn't we? We were having a. It wasn't. We weren't even watching the game. There was no commentary for about 20 minutes. It was just me and you fucking. No, wait a minute, Dave.
No, at least you guys didn't call each other moonstones, or things like that. Like I said before.
But everybody, please do get over and show Shawnee the support. He absolutely deserves it. So, look, we've got, I think 30 new subscribers today. So hopefully we'll see that rectified over on Spurs Talk Show as well, guys.
Absolutely right. Faz Radfar as well said, Levy should give me free season tickets for my 100% win record. Faz, I completely forgot you were at the game today. As well, I know John of the Cheese Room. Good luck charms. Ollie, I think, went to the game today, right? Ollie Freeman, he's a good luck charm too.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Ollie,
yeah.
Around. Ollie, we need you there every week, my man. Faz Radfar, we need you there every week. Absolute legends. And so many of the Harris Army were there today. Perhaps they're the good luck charm.
Yeah, a lot there. Look, I suppose we probably will look to end off here, guys. Yeah. But before we do, because I know some of you won't tune in for the fan show, you're going off to enjoy yourselves, which rightly so. So I just want to say, first of all, a massive thank you to Sean, to Jack, and to Nick as well for absolutely everything they've done this season to bring these watch-alongs to a new level, to help elevate the channel and support me and everything that I'm trying to do as well. So a massive thank you to you guys. A massive thank you to everybody out there who has tuned in, who's been with us through the highs and the lows up until now. We don't have a game for another 6 weeks. Kind of sad, but I could do with the break as well, if I'm being honest. But you guys out there for your support all the way from last season to the summer up till now, a massive thank you to you guys. And if some of you guys do end up just taking a seat for the next 6 weeks, not really tuning in, look after yourselves, enjoy yourselves, have a good time. And if I don't see some of you, I will see you back Boxing Day. But we will be doing Tottenham streams over the World Cup. So if we do see you, all well and good. But I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody involved, everyone watching, you guys, everybody who has helped this come together, because I've had a real good time the last 6 months. So thank you all.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave.
Big up, Dave.
Anything to say, Nick? Any kind of, feel like any final concluding thoughts on the day, and all that stuff?
Man, I'm glad I could sit in with you guys, and actually successfully, and I didn't hit the technical difficulties that I've been having the last couple of weeks. But, it's great to see you guys. I'm excited for the second half of this season. I don't know about everybody else, man. It's going to be a brutal 6 weeks. I'm going to be watching the World Cup, but it's not the same as watching our beautiful club play beautiful football. But, right when we're back at it, Boxing Day, I'm going to be with you guys, man.
Love
Love
that.
it.
Love that.
Love
Well,
it.
everybody, I think we'll leave it there. Fan show later. Not exactly too sure on the timing and all that, but there will be a fan show later tonight. Danielle, I see that you're going out, Danielle. I would just say enjoy your time. I think he's also like William Kelly, has kind of a new lady in his life. So Danielle, you
Ooh.
enjoy yourself. We will make time for you on that fan show if you are able to make it. But there's always another one, Danielle. You know, you can come on Monday as well, brother. But appreciate all the support today from everybody. Really do appreciate everybody who's kept, with us throughout the whole watch along. Such really big numbers as well. Really hard to keep up with you all, and really do appreciate everybody who's donated as well. It really is a massive support to the channel. But I think we're going to move on. And at least for me, I'm Conte, I trust. Pretty sure a few more as well still are. Plenty to be looking forward to. Plenty to be talking about, everybody. But I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah. Come on,
right.
you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
In Conte,
Come on,
we
you
trust.
Spurs.